Yes.
All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. I'm Marnie Hernandez. I'm here in Las Vegas. I'm here doing our certificate workshop. Okay, so what this is, and if you're new with us, welcome. So what we do is we do these certificates. I usually do them 3 times a month. Next month, I'm changing just to 2, Friday and Saturday, for a while. I got an event I got to do. So, but I do them every day at 10 o'clock. Again, the new schedule, I have to reschedule a couple things. But what we do is we learn about these different destinations: Disney, Washington, D.C., Istanbul, Arizona, Dubai. We're doing our princess certification. You guys want your free cruise? Join us on Fridays for that. Saturdays, we just did Italy. We just did Hawaii. We're doing Atlantis tomorrow or Saturday. Make sure you join us for that. That's an amazing place. And Canada. All right. So we do these to learn about these different destinations, our vendors, our programs, resorts, etc., to help us become better travel agents, to be able to sell to our clients. You have somebody that wants to go to Istanbul. Now you're going to learn about it. I have no idea about it. So we're going to learn together. Besides learning about these different places, we also have, we get invited on lunch and learns. We get invited on fam trips. You get invited on webinars, okay? So you get a lot of extra perks along with it. Not necessarily on every single one, but on a lot of them, like I said, Princess, you get a free cruise. You just pay port taxes and fees. Disney, you get free Disney passes. Terms and conditions apply, but hey, who doesn't want free passes? So again, lots and lots of exciting stuff, and you get to meet other agents and learn together and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. We have fun together. And what we do is there's usually a test afterwards. So we all take the test together, and we make sure everybody passes. Okay. Wonderful, Kim. So Kim did the Saudi webinar today. So, just so you know, I put these calendars in this certificate workshop group, okay? So I'll share this group with you. If you're not part of it, please join us. It is under, you do have to answer a few questions so we know you're part of our team, our company, all right? But here's the list. We put these out a month ahead of time, okay? So we're getting ready to do June, so we put the links along with the calendar. So you guys can plan ahead, okay? So join that group. If for any reason you have to jump off, you can't make it, or you want to catch up with Princess with us, I record all these and then I put them here in my YouTube channel. Okay. So you guys.
I guess we're not going to the beach because you're still in the bathroom. This is ridiculous. You poop longer than adults.
Guys. TMI, TMI. All right. Welcome, Lisa. No, I didn't put the link in there yet. I was showing where the link is. Just so you guys know, also, I do this, like I said, I send it out the day before also with the link. Okay. So like right here is the link. So it's, if you've done a training with us before, it is TBO Academy. Many of you have already done TBO Academy, so you don't have to re-register. You just go in and sign in. And just so you know, there's a lot of different programs in here, okay? One other thing I want to share with you. Okay, Lisa, wonderful. Welcome aboard. So with us, again, I was talking, I send these out. I do these to learn more about destinations, about our programs we have, etc. Okay, lots and lots of, TBO is asking if I'm a TBO registered seller. I don't know where that question is. If somebody has already registered, if you come up with that question, Archer Travel. Remember, anytime it asks for agency, guys, you're always going to put Archer Travel and our IATA number. Okay. If it asks for a consortium, that is Travel Leaders Network. Okay. So I don't know where it asks for. Oh, thank you. where it asks for the seller. So I don't know on that, but go ahead and again, make sure you're doing it as an agent and that you put Archer Travel as the agency, okay? So again, besides doing these trainings and stuff, we're going to learn about it to be better travel agents. Oh, and then also we get invited on fam trips, lunch and learns. Antigua, we did a training on that. I got invited to a webinar. I got my name pulled for a fam trip in August. Free trip, just pay airfare. So again, take advantage of these. Join this group right here if you haven't joined it yet, and join my YouTube channel because that's where I put all the trainings right here. Okay, I'll put this in here. And then also, so if you miss it or want to catch up, you know, you didn't get to see Washington, D.C., that was an amazing one. You can catch up. If you want to join us for Princess, you got to catch up. But here's this Disney right there. Okay. One other thing in this program here is I do have a list of all the trainings. We're doing voucher training tonight too. If you want to join us, same Zoom, but it's at 5 p.m. But right here is a certificate list that has all the trainings that we've done, okay? So you guys can catch up or take a look. These are programs that you can sign into. You can do trainings on your own. You can do them with us, whatever you wish, okay? But that's available to you. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, if you're just registering, don't worry. Let me know that everybody is in and registered, okay? You can just click the home page. You're going to put in Istanbul. There we go. All right, we're going to just do the Istanbul, not the expert yet, okay? All right, so it should pull up like this. Let me know once everybody's there. Okay. You're welcome, guys. Also in, huh? Somebody have a question? If you guys have questions, because again, I'll be either reading or we'll be watching a video or something. If you have a question, please be sure to put it to everyone in the chat so we can all help you. That's what it's about. It's teamwork. Okay, we all try to help each other. All right, so if everybody's here, again, just where do we find this page? Okay, so again, you're going to use our link. Did you sign into TVO Academy? If you've signed into TVO Academy, you guys have to sign into TVO Academy right here. Remember, if you joined us today, you should have had the link also. I always recommend you sign in and register ahead of time. I sent this out yesterday. Do you want to learn about it? Join us tomorrow, and here's the link. Register below. And also, for future ones, you want to join us for Atlantis, make sure you get in and pre-register so we can get started, okay? So if you're just registering, again, make sure Archer Travel is listed as the agency and our IATAN number. You are the agent, okay? Anytime you're dealing with travel, you know, don't use Evolution, don't use your name as far as your company name when you're doing like trainings and stuff. You want to use Archer Travel. You want to be affiliated with them because that's the IATAN number that we're using, okay? So make sure you pay attention to that. All right. Everybody good? Anybody have questions regarding sign up? Again, try if you want to join me for any future ones. Remember, the list is right here. Join this group, and then they're listed here. I post them in Evolution Enterprises. I post them in Rising Tide. So you have access to them all over the place, okay? All right. So once you get here, it should have your name up here. You're going to type in here, Istanbul, okay? Again, we're going to do the basic one, not the expert at this time, okay? Shows it's about 40, 50 minutes long. It says Istanbul's has been the site of human settlement for about 3,000 years, an array of attractions that bring it vividly to life. This is where old and modern world, Islamic and Mediterranean, coexist. The outstanding universal value of Istanbul resides in its unique unification of diverse architectural styles of many eras and civilizations. Roman aqueducts, Byzantine churches, Venetian towers, grand mosques, Ottoman palaces, museums, medieval bazaars, modern buildings, and contemporary plazas, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, if you're just registering, don't worry. We will wait for you once we get to the test, so just listen. And again, stay plugged in. Make sure, don't give up, and make sure, a lot of times for new people, you do a split screen or you follow along on your phone, and then you do the test online, because you don't want to follow along with me for an hour and then have to go back and redo it to take the test, right? You want to do it all at once. All right, so we're going to click start course. It's going to probably have you like hit register again. So just be forewarned. And this is a system, this program sometimes glitchy. So just want to give you a heads up. Sometimes you have to wait a little longer. Okay, so I'm already in. So as you see here, hi, Ashley. It's got me in here. Also, that's my daughter, okay, because I've done some of these on my own already. All right, right here, you want to click all slides. That will keep track of all the trainings that you've done so you can go back and refer to them. So it's holding the notes and stuff there for you, okay? So you don't have to take like screenshots. All right. Again, if you have any questions, need help, please let us know. And I'll go ahead and start reading now. So Istanbul's has been, again, I know I mispronounced something. So is it Istanbul? Istanbul? How do you? So I don't get people yelling at me. Say it, Linda.
It's Istanbul. Istanbul.
Istanbul. Istanbul. Istanbul. Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Yeah, like
It's Istanbul.
yeah.
Istanbul. Okay. Thank you. I'll try. Okay. Istanbul's has been the site of human settlement for about 3,000 years. There are an array of attractions that bring it vividly to life. This is where old and modern world, Islamic and Mediterranean, coexist. Istanbul is a combination of diverse architecture styles, many eras, civilizations. Okay, so we went through that already. Istanbul, a unique transcontinental city. Istanbul is superbly situated either side of the blue ribbon of the Bosphorus Strait, separating Europe from Asia. It is unlike any other city in the world, split between two continents, and also referred to as a city of two continents. Throughout history, it has been one of the world's major cultural, political, commercial centers. All right, airports for your clients. You have, and again, I apologize for any mispronunciation, Ataturk Airport, currently the main airport, that could be a test question, serving Istanbul, located in Yeşilköy. It has two passenger terminals, one for domestic flights and the other for international flights. Visitors can commute to and from Ataturk Airport by Istanbul Metro, through scheduled bus services to various points in the city, and by taxi. The Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen International Airport, SAW, located on the Asian side of Istanbul. The airport has two domestic terminals, A and B. Passengers currently can commute to and from Sabiha Gökçen Airport through shuttle buses and taxis, as M4 Metro line is extended towards the airport, and a rail connection via Marmaray is also being planned. Huh. All right, you can click the gallery to see. Doesn't look like there's any other pictures but that. Okay, so there you go. Those are the airports. They have taxis, so you have a regular taxi that can be hailed with a wave of the hand, and visitors should always look for official taxis, yellow caps, with the word taxi and taxi printed on either side. Visitors should always insist on paying by taxi meter for the journey, and there are no longer different rates for day or night journeys. The yellow shared taxi dolmus, there are public taxis running on a fixed short circular route. There is a fixed fare that needs to be paid in cash upon boarding. These these cost comparatively higher than the buses, but they are still very economical mode of commute. Okay, so good to know. All right, you have the metro. These are getting around with metro and trams. So historically, the oldest underground urban rail line in Istanbul, Istanbul, is the tunnel, which is in service from 1875. Again, that could be a test question, AD, since Ottoman times. It is the world's second oldest underground urban line after the London Underground. Istanbul's metro operates daily between 6 a.m. to midnight, and frequencies frequencies differ according to high and low traffic hours. You have the tram. Istanbul has several tram lines. One of them is maintained old-fashioned. One can use the tram and the metro to travel between Sultanahmet Square and Ataturk Airport. And then funicular. Istanbul is served by 2 underground funicular railways. The older line tunnel is an electrical powered single track line, and the journey between Karakoy and Tunel Square takes 1.5 minutes per way. The second modern line connects the Sivas port and tram shops of Kavadas with the metro station of Taksim Square. All right, I think I like Washington, D.C. verbiage better when I can talk. Some of these other ones, like even Hawaii, I had to problem with some of the pronunciations. All right, and again, guys, I'm not a specialist. I'm an agent just like you guys. I just volunteer to share my time and do these. All right, so buses are the most economical way of transport, though it can be overcrowded. The busway is about 50 kilometers in length and it has 45 stations. And then you have the Metro bus, which is a private line express bus service, provides a fast transportation in between the two ends of the Asian side and European side. All right. You have a travel card, okay? So in Istanbul card, public transportation contactless boarding card for commuters. This card enables visitors to pay and avail multiple types of public transportation modes available in Istanbul. The card is to be prepaid and is rechargeable. The card provides discounted travel to the visitors. The card can be purchased at all major transit stops, such as airport, Sultanahmet, Eminönü. The card can be bought for a non-refundable fee of $10 TL for each subject fee, and the amount visitor would like to load according to their travel requirements in Istanbul. So again, very convenient. I would recommend that to your clients. All right, we're getting ready for a quiz. So hopefully everybody is done registering. All right. So ferry system. Istanbul is located at geographic crossroads of Asia and Europe, divided by a sea lane called Bosphorus Strait, which joins the Black Sea in northwest and the Marmara Sea in the southwest. Today, Istanbul is served by 3 kinds of ferries: sea buses, the vapors, and private motorboats. The vapors have been operating from the Ottoman era since 1837. Could be a test question. These white, black, and green boats are considered iconic and part of the city culture. Istanbul Sea Buses is the largest ferry operator that runs only passenger and car and passenger ferry services to ports on both sides of the Bosphorus up until the Black Sea and to certain points around the Sea of Marmara. Gondola services. Istanbul has 2 gondola lift lines between Taksim and Makkah, which connects Hilton Bosphorus with Parksa Hilton and Swiss Hotel Bosphorus on the other side. The second line is Yop Gondola, which serves the historical district of Yop and Pierre Lati Hill. All right, so let's take a quick look at the gallery. So there's the gondola rides between the, sounds like the hotels. All right, so everybody ready? We're gonna take our first quiz. All right, some of your quizzes may have different questions, so or maybe out of order. So don't worry. Again, we will all help each other and make sure everybody passes, okay? All right. So Istanbul is known as a bridge between which two continents? Europe and Africa, Asia and Europe, Asia and Africa, Europe and Australia.
Asia and Europe.
That's what I thought, okay? In which year was the Yasilkoy Airport renamed Ataturk Airport in honor of the father of the nation and founder of Turkish Republic? Anybody remember that? I don't.
1980, I think.
Okay. And then how many airports are there in Istanbul?
2.
2. All right. Does everybody agree? Yes, yes. Let's try it.
Yes.
Correct. 3 out of 3. Congratulations. You did it. All right. Everybody pass?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Let's go on.
Yep.
So now we're going to look at must see in Istanbul. So again, this is now where you're going because you're going to get a certificate, guys, at the end. So you want to post that, and then you want to post things to do, or if you want to focus on family, you know, travel, you'll pull the family travel, adventure travel, singles travel, you know, adventurous travel. So whatever. Again, the system may be a little glitchy, guys. So it looks like mine's still spinning. Did everybody open up yet?
No, mine is
No,
still
I'm
spinning.
still spinning.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. We may have to jump out and jump back in, but we'll see. All right. Okay. Now we're learning about Hagia Sophia Grand Mosque. Again, make sure your slides are saved and pronounced Hagia Sophia. Okay. Hagia Sophia. All right. Also called the Church of Holy Wisdom or the Church of Divine Wisdom, and considered to be a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture. Is a U.S. UNESCO World Heritage Site, okay? The venerable structure was commissioned by Emperor Justinian and was completed in 537 AD. It is the most visited site in the city. Things to know: the materials for the construction were sourced from all over Byzantine Empire. Large stones from Egypt, yellow stone from Syria, green marble from Thessaly, and the columns were from the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. Chronology: it was first constructed in 325 AD as a Roman church and collapsed twice. It was rebuilt in 532 AD as the world's largest place of worship. It converted into a mosque 1453 during Ottoman Empire, and then later converted into a museum in 1935. All right, again, if it's still spinning, it should pop up. Did everybody's pop up? Is somebody still spinning? Again, by the time we get to the next test, you should be up and just, like I said, just listen, and it should roll over in just a moment, okay? Yeah, so it just takes a little bit. Okay. All right, next. Topkapi Palace. All right, the Topkapi Sarai is a magnificent oriental palace. It sits on a triangular promontory dominating the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn. Housed the palace, holy relics of the Prophet, PBUH, royal treasury, administrative headquarters, and educational institution, a royal mint, state archives, and was the beating heart of the Ottoman Empire from the 15th until the middle of the 19th century. Things to know, okay, for the palace. construction dates between 1460 and 1478. It was the residence of the Ottoman sultans. One of the richest museums in the world, finest samples of seal, jewelry, box craftsmanship, bookbinding, as well as inscriptions. World's finest collection of Chinese porcelain, and converted to a museum in 1924. Okay, again, we can look at the gallery, beautiful pictures. All right, and then of course, I don't know why it goes back. There we go. All right, Sultan Ahmed Mosque, also called the Blue Mosque by tourists because of the beautiful blue interior Iznik tiles, okay? Over here, beautiful, right? Construction site, if the Blue Mosque is a great symbolic importance, it is built on the site of the palace of former Byzantine emperors facing the Hagia Sophia and the Hippodrome. It is considered to be the last great mosque of the classical period. Things to know, the Blue Mosque is in the heritage list under the historic areas of UNESCO World Heritage List. It has 5 main domes, 6 minarets, and 8 secondary domes. Entrance is free of charge. However, a guided tour is recommended. Sultan Ahmed Mosque, besides being a major tourist attraction, is a working mosque, open on all days except at prayer times on Fridays. All right, you have Galata Tower, also known as the Tower of Christ, is a Romanesque style medieval stone tower. Cool. It is very high cone-shaped cylinder that juts out on the city skyline, offering panoramic views of the Golden Horn, Bosphorus, and in Istanbul's historic peninsula. Things to know about Galata Tower. The 9-story tower is over 200 feet tall, and it was the tallest structure in Constantinople when it was built. The Genoese used the tower for defense purposes. In Ottoman times, first it was used to detain prisoners of war, and then later, due to the height, became an observation tower for the spotting of the fires in the city. Today, visitors can go up in the tower in the comfort of elevators, and the Galata Tower has a restaurant and cafe. How cool is that? Look, and you can take a hot air balloon. So beautiful, right? That's a nice picture, nice verbiage to share. All right, you have Dolmabahce Palace. Okay, largest palace in Turkey, covers an area of 11.1 acres, commissioned by the 31st Turkish Sultan as a more contemporary, stylish, and luxurious residential palace like that of European monarchies as compared to medieval Topkapi Palace. Things to know about Dolmabahce Palace. The palace has 285 rooms, 68 toilets, 46 halls, and 6 Turkish baths. Dolmabahce Palace was extensively decorated with gold and crystal. The Imperial Carpet Factory produced 131 handmade silk rugs for palace decoration. It was equipped with all the modern gadgets of the time, like gas lighting, water closets, later electricity, central heating system, and an elevator was also installed. Very beautiful. Okay. All right. What is Bosphorus? The word Bosphorus is derived from the ancient Greek word Bosporus. It is a narrow, natural, straight, and forms part of the continental boundary that separates Asian Turkey from European Turkey. It is the world's narrowest strait used for international navigation, and the Bosphorus connects the Black Sea with the Sea of Marmara, and via Dardanelles, and Aegean, and the Mediterranean seas. Oh, sorry. All right, the cruise experience. Cruising is a more scenic, leisurely way of taking in the historical sites of Istanbul that dot its European and Asian sides. One can admire the beauty of the Orient and Occident at the same time while sailing. Visitors to Istanbul can enjoy a variety of cruise options that range from a short 1.5 hours to full day cruises. Beautiful, right? These cruises can be booked on seat-in-boat basis, on a private basis on yachts, and for small and large groups, a whole boat can also be hired. So again, business trips and stuff, right? All right, visit Prince's Islands. It is an archipelago of 9 islands in the Sea of Marmara. just off the Asian coast in Istanbul. Popular amongst visitors is the Buyukada Island, also known as Queen amongst the islands. They take their name from the princesses who were exiled after falling out of favor in these islands in Byzantine and Ottoman times. Throughout history, the islands have welcomed aristocrats, okay, forget it. Exiled politicians, authors, and artists. All right, the visit to Prince's Islands is a full day trip. It starts early in the day with pickup at the hotel to the pier, from where a boat conducts the visitors to the Prince's Islands. Away from the hustle and bustle of Istanbul city, dotted with impressive wooden country mansions, lush vegetation, flowers blooming seasonally. No motor vehicles or automobiles allowed. Main forms of transport are horse-drawn carriages called phaetons and bicycles, which can be rented. The trip offers good opportunities while commuting to and fro from Istanbul on boat and at the island. And bikes are really popular all over the place now, so remember that. All right. Traditional Turkish hammam experience. Cleanse, relax, rejuvenate the Turkish way. All right, so the Ottomans inherited the Roman bath concept and adapted it to Turkish taste, and they called it hammam. It is still a major part of the culture, as much of a place about cleansing as it is about relaxing. Here we share how to make the most of this experience. Male and female sections are separated in traditional hammams, while bathing rituals are similar. Traditional hammam experience includes washing of the body, traditional body scrubbing with hand-woven washcloth, kise, a foam wash, and a massage. Traditional hammams contain three chambers, a hot room to sweat, a warm room to scrub, and a cooler room to relax. It is a rejuvenating experience. So again, I would maybe save that and post that with your certificate, say, amazing, end of your day or something like that. All right, we're up to another quiz. Whirling Turkish nights. Okay, ceremonies. Whirling dervishes. Mevlevi Sama ceremony. Witness a rare Sufi ritual. All right, a unique Sufi ceremony, a mystical concert of the Mevlevi order, confirmed by UNESCO in 2008 AD as one of the masterpieces of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Sama is a means of meditating on God through focusing on dancing melodies. It represents a human being's spiritual ascent through mind and love in the quest to find God and purify the soul. Some activities can offer a complete Turkish culture experience, complete with folklores, local dance performances, Sufi ritual, and Turkish dinner. All right, take the quiz. Everybody ready? Let me know.
Ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, hold on. Do. All right. What is the other name of the Galata Tower? Tower of Babylon, Tower of Christ, or Fortress of Seven Towers?
Tower of Christ.
Sultan Ahmed Mosque is also popularly known as the Mosque of Dervishes, Blue Mosque, UNESCO Heritage Mosque.
Blue Mosque.
Very good. In which year did Topkapi Palace convert to the museum?
1924.
1924.
All right. Does everybody have these same questions?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
I forgot to ask. So, all right. Very good, guys. So it's the Tower of Christ, the Blue Mosque in 1924. Does everybody got that? Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. And now we move on to best addresses to stay. So where are we going to put our clients? Why we spin around. Dun, 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 dun. Right. All right, all right, all right.
Anyone have the Jeopardy? Do, 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 do,
Exactly.
do, do. Do, 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 do. That'll be stuck in everybody's head.
So you guys learning anything? Kind of interesting, right?
It's interesting, but the language, everything is, well, we'd have to figure out how to pronounce everything because
Right.
I feel bad for you. I can't hardly even butcher some of it myself, and you're doing a good job of trying to figure it out.
I'm like, all
I
right.
know.
I can see my geography lessons of being a teacher helps around all with this stuff.
Yep. And a lot of these trainings that we do have, it's like you're back in school, they go through a history of the different places and stuff. And it's interesting, but as a travel agent, we should know that stuff and, just kind of to be able to share, oh my God, you can't believe what, this is where, they built this amazing castle for this or that or whatever. Must see, stuff like that. Okay. All right, so these are theme parks, okay? So they have Miniature, one of the world's largest miniature parks featuring models of famous monuments scattered across Turkey and the same model and some models from those territories which belonged to the Ottoman Empire, but now lie outside Turkey. Out of the 122 models, 58 of the structures are from Istanbul, 52 are from Anatolia, and 12 models are from outside Turkey. All right, kind of cute. You get into a bubble thing and get a look around. All right, Istanbul Toy Museum. 5 floors of the museum exhibit 4,000 toys and miniatures collected by Sunay Akin in Turkey and during his travels abroad 40 countries over 2 decades. The time spent at the museum will be a wholesome family outing. You have Legoland in Istanbul, located in the Forum Shopping Mall and opened in 2015 AD. In Istanbul, ideal for children between the ages of 3 and 10. The 3,000 square meters attractions include the 4D Lego Cinema, Lego Factory, Miniland, Lego Racers, Lego Fire Academy, Lego Building Area, Duplo Town, Model Master Builder, and much more. I know we get tickets as agents through Legoland. Not sure if you can use them there, but you could check. All right, and Istanbul Theme Park, located in the Yup district in the Golden Horn area of Istanbul. It is listed amongst the top 10 amusement parks in the world. Okay, kind of cool. Has been the winner of the European Star Award 2016 from amongst 800 amusement parks. It has 3 main venues, the Game World, the Legends World, and the Adventure World. And there are 24 different rides and attractions to choose from. All right, let's see if they have any other pictures here. Next. That's cool, right? All right. Next. All right, they have aquarium and zoo. So Istanbul Aquarium is a member of the World Association of Zoos and Aquariums, WAZA, and holds a leading position amongst worldwide aquariums thanks to its volume, variety of fish species and activities. Housed in a 2-story building, the aquarium has 64 tanks with 1.800,000 US gallons of water in them. The aquarium displays 15,000 land and sea creatures of over 1,500 species. You have Sea Life Aquarium. Sea Life is Turkey's first giant aquarium, home to an exciting collection of sea creatures. It is an ideal edutainment outing for the whole family to experience and delight in the learning curve that is in parts and the great fun element of exploring the underwater world for children and adults alike. The aquarium has 21 themed zones. And then Istanbul Dolphinarium, located in the Golden Horn area of Istanbul. It is an outdoor or indoor habitat for dolphins, northern fur seals, walruses, white beluga whale. Visitors will learn more about these magnificent creatures, their importance in our ecosystem, and be entertained by them during the show. Okay, so again, if you want to focus like on families and stuff, you can share that. All right, Turkish paper marbling, Ebru workshop. All right, Ebru is a Turkish tradition dating back to the 16th century from Ottoman times of painting on water, also known as paper marbling. Learn this tradition, Turkish arts, in a hands-on fun workshop. Things to know about Turkish paper marbling. The participant will paint on water. Once the design has been drawn, the participant will place the paper onto the surface to transfer the design from water onto the paper. In Ottoman times, Ebru was used to decorate spines of books with colorful designs. It was also often used as a writing surface for calligraphy as well. A shallow tray is filled with water. Various kinds of paints carefully applied to the surface with ink brush. Various additives are then used to help float the colors. The floating colors are then carefully manipulated and process is repeated. Visitors attending this workshop can create beautiful, colorful designs, simple or intricate as one's imagination. All right, sounds kind of cool, right? A fun little workshop to send your clients to. All right, so now that you've reached the last part of Istanbul's advanced course, we hope so far you have enjoyed learning many new things about Istanbul. In this part, TBO Holidays will list out the best addresses to stay in Istanbul, both on the European and Asian sides of the city. Here, hotels where your guests can rest their heads after a long day of exploring and having fun in Istanbul. So you have the Four Seasons, formerly a jail in 1918, hotel opened in 1996. This could be test questions.
That's on the test.
It is, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember that 1918 was the Four Seasons at Sultan Hamid. You have the Four Seasons Hotel as Bosphorus, formerly the Ottoman Palace, opened in 2008. Saragan Palace Kapinski, formerly the Ottoman Sultan's Palace, opened in 1991. Hotel Pera Palace, 1895. Grand Hotel de Londres, 1881. Hotel Los Ottomans, 1790. HHK Hotel, 1850. Bosphorus Palace, 1876. Lots of old hotels there, guys. Galata Antique Hotel, 1881. Hotel Gedik Pasa Kanagi, 1900s. Legacy Ottoman Hotel, 1911. Tom Tom Suites, 1850s. Le Safran Suite Apartment, 1888. New Bosphorus Hotel and Suites, 1915. Is this the most newest one? No, 1990. That one, 1996. Okay, there we go. All right, Sumahan on the Water, 1875. And then Hotel Yesel Ed, mid-1800s. All right, so pay attention to those. All right, best areas to stay. Okay, so history and culture enthusiasts should stay in the Faith District. So Sultan Hamid, Circasi, and Ballet. Okay, so that's for history and culture enthusiasts. Visitors who prefer metropolitan city life with city lively nights and vibrant streets should stay in the Beyoğlu district or Beşiktaş district. So you have Karaköy, Galata, Tünel, Taksim, Sahagar, Central, Beşiktaş, and Ortaköy. Say that was 5 times fast. All right. The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. So was commissioned by Sultan Mehmet II, completed in 1461 AD, and was endowed to Hagia Sophia Mosque, located in the Fatih, I said Faith, but it's, I guess, Fatih, sorry, district of Istanbul, and is one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world, with 61 covered streets, over 20 gates, and 4,000 shops, including restaurants. Occupies an area of 47,000 square meters. The Grand Bazaar is often regarded as one of the first shopping malls in the world. The Grand Bazaar is a thriving complex and has something for everyone, be it jewelry, carpets, handmade clothes, Ottoman kaftans, Anatolian handmade textiles, antiques, bathroom accessories, furniture, leather goods, traditional Turkish caps, glazed tiles, pottery, copper, and brassware, alabaster, bookends, ashtrays, and much more. It is a shopper's delight. Again, you may want to share that information with your certificate. Historical bazaars, okay, you have Egyptian Spice Bazaar, Mr. Karsisi in Eminonu, a Rasta Bazaar in Sultan Hamid, historic coppersmiths market in Bayezid, antique books market in Bayezid, Bioglu Fish Market in Istiklal Avenue, Taksim, and then the Women's Bazaar in Unkalpani, Batia. Okay, perfect. Let's look at the gallery. Beautiful, right? All right, all these different places. Check out. Okay. All right, next. All right, best shopping malls. You have Istana Park in Sarıyer, Canyon in Levet, Akmorkas in Italy, Savahir in Sicily, Forum Istanbul in Barampasa, Metro City in Levant. View gallery. Wow, look at that. Huge mall, right? Dang. All right, guys. Ready for our last quiz? Let's go. Which is the biggest old covered bazaar in the world located in Istanbul? Covered bazaar, Grand Bazaar, Bazaar of Istanbul.
The Grand Bazaar.
The Grand Bazaar.
Very good. How many shops are there in the Grand Bazaar?
4,000.
4,000, correct. Was formerly a jail and now a deluxe 5-star hotel. What is the name of this hotel?
It's the third one, the Four Seasons.
Bosphorus.
It's the Bosphorus? Because I know she said that it was this one, I thought.
I
So
thought it was
the
Four
Sultan
Seasons.
Hamid.
The SULT.
It's the second
Four
one.
The Sultan
Seasons
Hamid.
Sultan Hamid.
okay. All right, let's try it. So Grand Bazaar, 4,000, and the Sultan Hamid. Bing, bing, bing. 3 out of 3. Yes, we did it, guys. So congratulations. You now have your certificate. You can click here, download it. You can print it. You can post it on your social media, your Instagram, your TikTok, your LinkedIn. Let people know that you are a specialist with Istanbul and you'd like to help them book their next vacation. There is a expert class here. I don't know how long that is. We can maybe take it later, or let's see what it is. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, it's like another hour, it looks like. So I don't know if you want to put it on the list for next time. You want to do it now, whatever you guys want to do. But again, congratulations. You want to go ahead and do it now? You guys up and ready for it? Want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, let's
do it
finish
now.
it now.
Might as well, right? Get her done. So
Sure.
all right, so this has been the site of human settlement for 3,000 years, an array of attractions that bring it vividly to life. This is where old and modern world, Islamic and Mediterranean coexist. Outstanding universal value of Istanbul resides in the unique unification of diverse architecture styles of many eras and civilizations. Roman aqueducts, Byzantine churches, Venetian towers, grand mosques, Ottoman places, museums, medieval bazaars, modern buildings, and contemporary plazas. And if this is anything like the last expert one we did, all it did was give dates of stuff. And it was like, ugh, it was kind of boring, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. All right. So spinning. Again, did everybody get their test? Their certificate?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time printing. I'm having a hard time downloading mine. I don't know if it's because of my service.
Okay, check. You should also have gotten it on an email also. So you should be able to pull it from there. Okay. So just so you know. All right. Oh, Barbie Bahamas beach vacation coming to Atlantis Paradise Island. So again, as you guys do more trainings and stuff, you'll start getting all kinds of promotional stuff. So that's why it's fun to do these, because again, it's like, oh my God, a fam trip to Peru. Oh my gosh, a fam trip to New Orleans. You know, and it's like, I don't have enough time now. I got all these vacations planned. All right. So this is the expert. Again, you can save all your slides up here and then it'll save. So we'll do save. Okay, so I'm saving this one. Okay, so that was the one we just did, I think. Save. Okay, and then you can send, email, etc. Now we'll save this one. This is the expert one. All right, so magnificent Istanbul. Look how pretty that is. Istanbul and its other names through history. So again, here's your history test. Istanbul has been the site of human settlement for over 3,000. Okay, we went through that already. How many of you know the various names of the city that is today known as Istanbul? Come, let us discover the different names that this city has had in its long, fascinating history. Ligos. The first name of the, yeah, exactly. The first name of the historic city of Istanbul was Ligos, according to Greek accounts of historian Pliny the Elder. It was founded by Thracian tribes between 13th and 11th century BC, along with the neighboring fishing village of Simistra on the European side of Istanbul, where the famous Topkapi Palace and Gulhan Park stand. It is one of the historic areas of Istanbul, added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1985 AD. Chalcedon, founded by the Greek colonists from Megara of Attica in 685 BC on the north coast of the Sea of Marmara, near the mouth of Bosphorus. In present-day Istanbul, this ancient site is the district of Kadıköy on the Asian side of the city. Byzantium. Their origins of Byzantium are shrouded in legend. The most accepted tradition says that King Bizas from Megara, after consulting the oracle of Apollo at Delphi, was instructed to settle opposite the land of the blind, leading a group of Megarian colonists to the colonists. He sailed across the Aegean Sea and found a location where the Golden Horn, a natural harbor, meets the Bosphorus and flows into the Sea of Marmara. Opposite the site of ancient Chalcedon, he adjudged the Chalcedonians blind not to have recognized the advantages the land of the European side had over the Asian side. In 667 BC, he founded Byzantium at this location, thus fulfilling the oracle's prophecy. Augusta Antonina. Briefly, during the 3rd century AD, the city was known as Augusta Antonina, and the city was thus named by the Roman Emperor Severus in honor of his son Antonius. Constantinople. The city was renamed
Constantinople.
Thank you, Constantinople. Under the Roman Emperor Constantine, and it became known as Roma Constantinopolitana the New Rome. The new eastern capital of the Roman Empire, it remained widely known as Constantinople during the Byzantine period, and also the most common name used for it in the West until the early 20th century. Constantinople in the Islamic world was known as Quastania, and often the conquest of the city by Muslims in 1453 AD. The name Constantinople was officially used by the Ottoman Chancellery and courts in formal correspondence, official documents, and in their coinage as well. Okay, I hope you guys are paying attention because we have a test already. All right, Istanbul, the modern name of Istanbul, is derived from the Greek phrase Stimboli. Since the 10th century AD, as per Armenian, Greek, and Turkish historic sources. Interestingly, Istanbul was also part of the official Ottoman language where high military and bureaucratic titles conferred on a military commander was Istanbul Agasi, and the highest civil magistrate was called Istanbul Efendisi. And the Ottoman Constitution of 1876 stated that the capital of Ottoman state as Istanbul. Most modern Western languages have adopted the name Istanbul during the later 20th century, following the current usage of the Turkish Republic. And last, Istanbul, a unique transcontinental city. Istanbul is superbly situated either side of the blue ribbon of the Bosphorus Strait, separating Europe from Asia. It is unlike any other city in the world, split between two continents, and also referred to as a city of two continents. Throughout history, it has been one of the world's major cultural, political, and commercial centers, not only by its geographical location. Istanbul is a unique meeting place between the East and the West, but it is also the final stop on the legendary Silk Road linking Asia with Europe. All right, let's take our quiz. Spinning, spinning. No, it's not. I don't see it. Oh, there it's spinning. Okay. All right. Does everybody have these same questions?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Istanbul is known as a bridge between which two continents?
Asia and Europe.
The modern name of Istanbul is derived from which word?
Istanbul.
And Chalcedon, the earlier name of Istanbul, was founded by?
The Megara of Attica.
All right. Everybody agree? Gonna go ahead. Asia, Europe, Stromboli, and Megara. Let's check it out. Check it out. Congratulations, 3 out of 3. We will now move on. Maybe. Come on. Come on, come on.
Wow, 6 pages of history. Woo.
Yeah, like I said. Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna read over all these. I mean, if you want me to, I can, but it's like, do we really need to know? If somebody, you guys let me know. Do you want me to read them?
I'm on the test already. I don't know if you guys want to look and I could tell you what questions. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm screenshotting you and I'm at the test. I don't know. It says in which year Sabiha Gökçen Airport opened in Istanbul on the Asian side. 1999 AD, 2003 AD, 2006 AD, or 2009 AD.
All right, looks like it's on the next page. So we'll go. Is there any other questions prior to?
There's also, which year did Raffles Hotel open in Istanbul?
Yeah, that's probably on the next page too, because it's a hotel.
Which year was Hilton Istanbul Bosphorus Hotel opened?
Yeah, I think it's on the next pages. Hold on one quick second. I just want to read this real quick. Okay. In the introduction of Istanbul, we have covered the various names of the city had and the first settlements that came up on the European Asian sides of Istanbul before Christ. We will now trace its evolution through important events and its landmarks that shaped the greatest of the cities post the before Christ era. Okay. All right, so this is after. So again, do we have any? Go ahead. So Hilton, we know, is further on.
Ottoman forces with Constantinople. In which year did Ottoman forces win? Constantinople. In which year was the Grand Bazaar, the largest covered bazaar in the world, completed?
Okay, Grand Bazaar was built in 1461. Is that there?
14. It says completed. I'm not exactly sure if that is.
Is that an option though?
Yes, that's one of the questions.
Yeah, but is 1461
an option? 1461 is there.
Yeah, I would put that because it says it was built. So
the other one, Church of Hagia Sophia built.
Okay, Church of. There it is. Where is
537 AD. Hagia Sophia.
Church under the direction was completed. Okay, so 537.
Yes.
Okay.
Why was Para Palace Hotel built?
Okay, I think the hotels are probably on the next page. Okay, any
Okay,
other one?
which year was the Turkish airline established?
Okay, looks like the airlines aren't
Oh
on.
yeah, I see. Okay, 17, 14, 14, 11, 19.
Which airport were you asking about when it was opened?
Airport, let me
It was one of your first questions.
We'll go to the next thing here.
I believe it is on the next.
Okay. So we want
So
to
I
know
found
about
that answer.
the airport.
Istanbul Sabah Gökhan International
I
Airport.
don't see an airport here. Let's go over
It was
here.
opened in Asian side was opened in 2009.
There it is. Yeah, that's my first one. It's in which year's Gökhan Airport opened in Istanbul on the Asian side? 2009.
Okay. We want to know about the Hilton Hotel, right?
Yeah, yes.
Let's see.
I think we all have different questions because some of these questions I don't have.
All right. So
Mine are
again,
just out of order.
yeah, they're all up. They may be out of
they're
order.
out of order.
Yeah, you just got to scroll up and down to look at all the different ones.
So what year was the Raffles Hotel opened? Or have we done the
We
hotels?
don't know. I haven't found any of the hotels yet. Hold on.
You looking for a Hilton?
There's a 1995 to 2014.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the Hilton question?
Don't know yet.
Is that it? 1995.
Here, the Swiss Hotel Bosphorus Hotel was open. Does anybody have
That's
that?
yeah. What year was that? That's
That
there.
was 1991. Okay, here's Hilton.
1991. It's which year was Hilton Istanbul
Hilton,
Bosphorus Hotel open?
1955.
Screenshot everything.
Oh yeah, I need a screen.
I also missed the Turkish Airlines. What year was the Turkish Airlines established?
I don't think I have that in here yet. I don't think.
Let me see.
It's between 1901 and 1941.
Turkish
I don't know.
Airlines,
I believe it's
1933.
1933.
Yeah, 1933. There it is.
Again, how are we supposed to remember these, right?
I know.
Okay, any other ones?
You don't need to remember them. I'm writing all of them down.
Okay.
What year was Raffles Hotel? Do we have that?
Okay. This is the Four Seasons. Raffles, how do you spell that?
Raffles.
Okay, Raffles Hotel.
It's between 95 and 2014.
Okay, so let's go this way. All right. Raffle. That's it there. Am I missing it?
It says either 1995, 2000, 2005, or 2014.
Maybe it's on the next page. Maybe 2014. Raffles Hotel, 2014.
Go back to what year was the Saragan Palace, a former Ottoman palace, now a deluxe five-star hotel managed by the Kaminsky Group? It's either 1707, 1787, 1867, or 1901. The Saragan Palace.
It's Ciragan.
Yeah, it's in the 1778 or 18 or 1900. There we go. 1901, no. 1867. There it is.
There it is, 1867.
Okay, any others?
I'm missing what year this SABIAHGOKSEN airport opened in Istanbul on the Asian side.
That was 2009.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And what year did the Ottoman forces win Constantinople?
That's from 1400 to 1500.
Yeah, that's way back in the beginning.
Okay. Ottoman forces, 1453.
And the Para Palace Hotel built. Why?
That was to host passengers of the Orient Express.
Purpose of
passengers.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank Google.
Exactly. Google's your best friend.
Can
All
we
right.
go
I
over
missed the one with the
all of the
Church of
questions
Hagia.
and answers
The
again?
Church of Hagia converted to mosque. What was your question? Sorry.
I missed the one with when was the Church of Hagia Sophia built?
537 AD.
Yes,
537.
537.
And the Saragon Palace is 1867, correct?
What is it?
The Saragon Palace.
Yes, 1867. Anybody else?
I have which year was Swiss Hotel, the Bosphorus Hotel opened?
All right.
From 1984 to 1991.
1991.
Is it?
What about the Turkish Airlines?
That was
Turkish Airlines,
1933.
1933.
Yeah.
Sorry, the questions are out of order, so I'm trying to catch up.
That's okay.
I took screenshots of everything, so I'm going through everything right now.
Thank you, Ernie. Join us for
Okay,
Atlantis on Saturday. Go ahead.
I just need two more. The Hilton Istanbul and the Raffles Hotel.
The Four Seasons, the Raffle Hotel, that one was back
2014.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take my test now too, so you guys gotta give me the
I know.
And
Yeah,
the
we've got the
Bosphorus-
answers. Marnie, get yours and we
And
can
the
help answer
Hilton
The
the
Bosphorus
Istanbul.
is 1955.
Thank you.
Okay. Cigarin,
1867.
Bosphorus,
1955.
Correct.
Hagia, 537.
Yeah.
Swiss Hotel,
1991.
Correct.
Raffles,
It was the 2014.
Airport open on the Asian side.
209.
Yeah.
Turkish Airlines established.
1933.
Ottoman forces win Constantinople.
1453.
What was the yeah, I was just asking that one. To host the
built.
That was to host the passengers
Orient.
on the Orient, yeah.
Yeah. And the Grand Bazaar, largest covered in the world, completed.
1461.
All right. Yep. All right, everybody got them?
No, I'm still working on them.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't hear Pira
No,
Palace.
just let us know. We'll make sure. We want to make sure everybody, we don't want to leave anybody behind. So just, you saw how
I didn't hear the Pira Palace one.
Pira Palace, that's the passengers of the Orient.
Sorry.
Pira Palace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Raffles Hotel was what?
Raffles Hotel is 2014.
The Garden Palace?
Cigar and Palace, 1867.
Hilton?
The Hilton, 1955.
Ottoman forces win Constantinople.
1453.
And the last one is the Swiss Hotel.
Swiss Hotel right here, 1991.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Yes.
Yes. 10 out of 10. Shoot.
Yay! See, you work together. We're all the teamwork.
Like I was in a history
Imagine
test.
That was a history.
trying to do it on your own. It's like, oh, I go back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Perfect. Congratulations, guys. All right, now we're going to learn about the museums. Okay, located inside the beautiful Gulhan Park, adjacent to the Topkapi Palace, 3 museums are at this one location. You have the Archaeological Museum, the Museum of the Ancient Orient, the Museum of the Islamic Art in the tiled kiosk. Things to know about Istanbul archaeology, archaeology, how do you pronounce it? Archaeology Museum. It houses over 1 million objects that represent almost all the eras and civilizations like Assyrian, Hittite, Egyptian, Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. The artifacts housed in the museum were gathered from the vast former territories of the Ottoman Empire. The museum was founded by an imperial decree in 1891 AD, and the founder and the first curator of the museum was Osman Hamdi Bey. The impressive collection includes 2 of the 3 tablets of Egyptian Hittite peace treaty, the oldest known peace treaty in the world. A giant poster of the tablets containing this treaty is on the wall of the United Nations headquarters in New York City. The Alexander sarcophagus of the Crying Woman, busts of Alexander and Zeus, 800,000 Ottoman coins, seals, decorations, and medals, Listion sarcophagus of Sidon in Parian marble, the oldest love poem from the ancient Babylonian era, the Istanbul Through the Ages exhibition, which gives a good overview of the historic city, Sultan Murat III's pretty fountain of youth dating back to 1590. All right, Museum in Turkish Islam Art. The museum is housed in a historic palace building constructed in 1524 AD, where Pergali Ibrahim Pasha and the second Grand Vizier of Suleiman the Magnificent resided. It was the first Turkish museum to include both Islamic and Turkish art. Things to know about the Museum of Turkish and Islamic Art. It opened in 1914 AD, which was the last museum founded during the Ottoman era. Initially, the museum was housed in the former alms house of Soleimaniye Mosque. In 1983, the museum was moved to its current location in the 16th century Ibrahim Pasha Palace. Collection includes notable examples of Islamic calligraphy, tiles, ethnographic displays on various cultures in Turkey. The museum also has imperial firmans, decrees, charters, and endowments. Also worth seeing is the rug collection consisting of 1,700 pieces. You have the Istanbul Modern. In Turkey's first museum of modern contemporary arts, it shares Turkey's artistic creativity and cultural identity with local and international art worlds. The museum collects, preserves, documents, and exhibits works of modern art. Opened in 2004, the museum was opened in a maritime warehouse and it temporarily moved to a new address in Bayaglu district while a new building is being built on the old site of Istanbul Modern by renowned architect Renzo Piano, who was also the architect of the Shard in London. The permanent collection of the museum features works by Turkish and international artists like Ali Rizet, Burhan Dangankay, Senor Osman, Hale Tenger, Yusuf Taktak, Serkan Moral, Tony Cragg, Julian Opie, Monica Bandinciani, Liam Gulek, Doug Atkin, and many more. Istanbul Modern Partners. with prominent art institutions around the world on international exhibitions and museum programs, including educational collaboration with the renowned Center Pompidou of France to offer museum visitors completely new experiences. Okay. All right. Sakip Sabancı Museum. Okay. Sabancı University Sakip Sabancı Museum is located in a mansion in one of Istanbul's oldest settlements on the Bosphorus. Opened in 2002 AD, is a private fine arts museum. Things to know about the museum. Museum is housed in a historic building earlier occupied by pashas and khedive, traditional governors of Egypt. It is also served as the embassy of Montenegro from 1884 to 1913. In the Ottoman era, in 1951 AD, the Sabancı family purchased a mansion as their summer residence and were avid art collectors. In 1998 AD, the mansion was leased to Sabancı University for 49 years with the entire art collection. The collection includes calligraphy art, has about 400 pieces consisting of Holy Quran manuscript, prayer books, calligraphic panels, imperial documents, seals, poetry books, calligraphic tools, offering a comprehensive view of Ottoman's calligraphic art of 500 years of their rule. Painting collection of Sabancı family consisting of selected 320 pieces of Ottoman and Republic eras from painters of note like Osman Hamdi Bey, Hala Pasha, Sir Ahmet Pasha, Fausto Zanara, Ivan Vyazovsky, and many more. Archaeological objects. In the garden, visitors can view objects from Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman periods. Visitors can also view pictures of Sakip Sabancı taken from prominent personalities of the time, personal belongings of the family, and decorations and medals. Temporary exhibitions. The museum has hosted notable temporary exhibitions, namely 2003 to 2004 AD, Medicis to Savoyas, Ottoman Splendor in Florentine Collections, 2005, 2006 AD, Picasso in Istanbul, 2006, Master Sculptor, Rada in Istanbul, Masterpieces, Lavore Collection, and so on. Okay. All right. Ataturk Museum, located on the European side of Istanbul, is a historic house museum dedicated to the life and founder of the modern Turkish Republic and its first president, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. The historic three-story house is where Atatürk resided after returning from the Syrian front with his mother, sister, and adopted child. Opened in 1942 AD, this museum showcases the life and times of Atatürk. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Times of Atatürk through historical documents, paintings, photographs, and his personal belongings. All right. Next, Military Museum, located in Nişantaşı area of Istanbul. The Military Museum traces 1,000 years of military history. Museum is housed in what was a military academy in Ottoman era, and this is where Atatürk received its military training as well. Things to know about the Military Museum. Building was converted into a museum in 1966 AD. Cultural Center and some other sections were added to it in 1993 AD to the museum. Museum has a total of 50,000 objects, out of which about 9,000 objects are on display covering Byzantine period, Ottoman era to World War I. Historic treasures such as a chain that Byzantine placed through the mouth of the Golden Horn to keep out the Sultan's navy during the siege of Constantinople. On display are bows and arrows, curved daggers, lancets by soldiers in the 15th century, arms used by Janissaries, weaponry from early Islamic, Iranian, Caucasian, European, Turkish periods, helmets, armors, and field tents used by the Turkish sultans. Besides, there are objects from World War I, Battle of Gallipoli, and Turkish Wars of Independence, and there is room dedicated to Atatürk, founder of modern Turkish Republic, who studied here when it was a military academy. The world's oldest band, Mater Takımı, gives concerts of march music in traditional Janissary uniforms in the afternoons on the opening days of the museum. All right, kind of cool. All right, Para Museum. Located in Bağlu area of Istanbul, opened in 2005 AD. The museum is focused or is housed in a historic building, which was formerly Bristol Hotel. Private museum was founded by Suna and Iman Karak Foundation and focuses on Orientalism in the 19th century art. Things to know: the pieces of the art are drawn by Suna and Iman Karak's world-class private collection, which provides fascinating glimpses into the Ottoman world from 17th to 20th centuries. Museum's Orientalist paintings collection has works of Ottoman and European artists like Osman Hamdi Bey, and the most famous work, The Tortoise Trainer, 18th century paintings by Jean-Baptiste Van Moor. Other notable works are from Fausto Zanaro, Julius Joseph Lefebvre, James Ellis, and many more. Another unique feature of this museum and on display are Anatolian weights and measures, comprising over 10,000 pieces used for measuring weight, length, and volume in every field. The Katara ceramics and tiles collection, consisting of 800 pieces, dates back from 18th to 20th centuries. All right, Living History in the Diorama Museum. Located in Hurriyet area of the European side of Istanbul, this unique, one-of-a-kind museum offers epic visual journey through history. Founder of the museum, Najat Kahodoglu, has brilliantly used his vast model-making experience, his diorama skills, and as an art and history enthusiast. Historical pieces, including military and ethnographic artifacts of Ottoman period, along with dioramas that reference Seljuk Ottoman Turkish War of Independence and the two world wars, along with mannequins. The aim of the museum is to present history and events which arouse the curiosity of the visitor, as a diorama is a three-dimensional model of or painting of a monument, incident, or story. The museum does not display only historical personages and events centered around Turkish history, but also has Vikings, Red Indians, fantasy heroes like Indiana Jones are also on display. Do you still have the whiteout? All right. Galata Mevlevi Museum. Okay, is located in, is this the one we just, no. Okay. Beglu area, Istanbul, founded by Divan Mahad Saleh Dede in 1481 during the reign of the Sultan Bayezid II. The Galata Lodge is the oldest lodge in Istanbul. Things to know about this museum: it's the world's foremost museum of Sufism, which believes that it is possible to get closer to God through meditation, music, and dance. After Turkish Republic was founded in 1925 AD, ultra-religious sects were banned and Mevlevi order stopped functioning, and the lodge was used as an elementary school. In 1972 AD, the complex was converted to a museum post-renovation. The lodge complex includes dervish cells, sheikh's room, a library, a fountain dating back to 1649 AD, mausoleums of Galabid and Halat Said Effendi, a kitchen. Cool, thank you, Lisa. Kitchen and graveyard. The museum displays musical instruments, manuscripts, and the Hilal Serif, the noble Fizilangani, Turkish calligraphy, and other items related to the culture of the order. Sufism believes that it is possible to get closer to God through meditation, music, and dance. This philosophy gave rise to Sema dances, the whirling long-coated dervishes, which is actually a religious ceremony that dervishes whirl as a form of dhikr, devotional act, and it represents their spiritual journey. The ceremony is cloaked in tradition, believed to be more than 7 centuries old, and is mesmerizing to watch. All right. Sorry.
Okay, can you go back for a second? Where is that Galata Mevlevi Museum located? It's one of the questions.
This one in Istanbul, okay, lodge.
It's Beyoglu.
I have the answers, guys.
Beyond.
Beyoglu.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, and then the last one, Mosaic Museum, located close to Sultanahmet Square in Istanbul. This museum houses mosaics from Byzantine era excavated at the site of Great Palace of Constantinople. Things to know about the Great Palace Mosaic Museum. Mosaics were unearthed over several years of excavations in the 20th century from the palace that was thought to have been built in the time of the Emperor Justinian I at the height of the Byzantine Empire, which means the mosaics are 1,500 years old. They give a glimpse of the imperial power and artistic expression of the Byzantine period. The mosaics are composed of glass, terracotta, and lime cubes. The mosaics at the Great Palace decorated a series of colonnaded halls and consists of friezes of 4 strips where each scene and motif is different and unique. The mosaics are quite impressive, depicting mythical creatures, dragons, intriguing battle scenes involving humans and animals. Interesting visitors can view an elephant strangling a lion, a monkey and its feathered companion gathering dates from a palm tree, a woman nursing a child as a dog looks on, children herding the geese, bear, and with prey, a dromedary ride, and much more awaits the interested visitors. Woo! All right, let's take this quiz. Bum, bum. All right. Which museum does the oldest band in the world give live concerts at?
Istanbul Military Museum.
What is
Agree.
it? What is it?
The Istanbul Military Museum.
Military?
Yes,
that's what it comes. That's what comes up. Yes.
Okay, thank you. It just.
Do you want me to read it in the order that I have, or you want to ask the question and I can give the answer?
Yeah, this one. Which museum has hosted prestigious temporary exhibitions? Picasso in Istanbul, Genghis Khan and their heirs, Rembrandt and
Sakip. It's the Sakip Sabancı Museum.
Thank you. Which was the last museum founded in the Ottoman era? The Turkish Islamic, archaeology, or the military?
Turkish. It says the Turkish and Islamic arts.
Thank you. What's the name of the oldest known peace treaty in the world? Displayed in its full archaeology museum. The peace treaty, the Hittite peace treaty, or the Magna Carta treaty?
Hold on, my page just froze.
That should be the Egyptian Hittite.
It's the Egyptian Hittite peace treaty.
Thank you. Which museum are 10,000 pieces of collections of Anatolian weights and measures housed? Kara, Living History, or the Great Palace Mosaic?
The Para.
Which one are you?
The 10,000 piece collection in the Anatolian weights and measures.
It's the Para Museum.
Thank you.
It's the Para Museum.
And how many historical objects are there in the archaeology museum?
1 million.
And Galata Mevle Museum is located in Beyoğlu.
Beyoğlu.
Right. Everybody got your answers? Huh?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thanks, guys. All right. 7 out of 7. Congratulations. Come on, come on, come on. This one's got a length.
Are we able to table this and maybe tomorrow? I have to go, but I want to finish this, but I don't want to do it on my own.
Unfortunately, tomorrow I've got a full day, and then on Saturday I've got Atlantis. I am recording it, so you can get back and get onto my YouTube, and I'll have the answers for you. But yeah, so there's YouTube. Make sure to get in and sign into it, and then you can get the answers tonight. I'll post it when we're done.
I will do that, and I'll finish it tonight. Thank you so very much.
Of course, anytime. Join me for Atlantis or join us on Saturday, because that's a fun one.
Marnie, I'm gonna go too. I have a meeting at work, so I'm gonna finish this on my own.
Perfect. Okay, thank you guys for your help. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Thank you. All right, this is the Railway Museum for rail buffs. Okay, you guys got people that like trains and stuff, send them here. Small one-room museum inside the eastern terminus of historic. Thank you, Teresa. I am here, so we're still together. Sarıkası train terminal in the Faith area of Istanbul. It was opened in 2005 AD, dedicated to Turkish rail transport and Orient Express. Things to know about this museum. Museum is housed in a 129-year-old railway terminal opened in 1890 AD during the Ottoman period. Museum displays 300 historical items. The terminal retains its original charming architecture with colorful stained glass rounds embedded in the building's Oriental Gothic facade. Exhibits include parts of trains, furniture, silver service used in the dining cars, station office equipment, manufacturer plates of historic TCDD rolling stock, stations clock, bell photographs, and railway documents. Museum pays homage to the world's best-known rail line and service of its time. The Orient Express, which operated until 1977 AD, had a reputation for offering luxury, high-class travel experience. Visitors can view the memorabilia from Orient Express on display here. All right, Velicica Cistern, unique subterranean experience. A marvel of Byzantine engineering right under the streets of Istanbul. This subterranean structure, commissioned by Emperor Justinian I and was built in 532 AD. It is the largest of several hundred ancient cisterns, that lie beneath the city of Istanbul. Things to know, it was constructed using 336 marble and granite columns, many of which were salvaged from ruined temples. Its symmetry and sheer grandeur of conception are breathtaking. The cistern is a giant structure covering a total area of 9,800 square meters, has a storage capacity of 100,000 tons of water. Historic text claims that 7,000 slaves were involved in the construction of the cistern. The cistern provided water filtration system for the Great Palace of Constantinople and continued to provide water to the Topkapi Palace after the Ottoman conquest of 1453 AD and into modern times. There are many legends associated with Medusa column bases. However, architecturally speaking, they were placed to provide support and balance to the structure. Restorations taken in the 1980s dredged the silted floor, adding lighting, elevated walkways, so visitors could descend the 52 steps to the cistern comfortably. Basilica Cistern has been featured in novels like Clive Cussler's Crescent Dawn, Dan Brown's novel Inferno, and in Hollywood movies, James Bond film From Russia with Love, International, Brotherhood of Tears, Dan Brown's novel into movie adaptation Inferno. Gallipoli, visit to the World War I battlefield, remembering the martyrs. A decisive battle was fought for control of Dardanelles Strait between Ottoman Empire and Allies over a 9-month period during World War I on Turkey's Gallipoli Peninsula between years 1915 to 16 AD. Appalling casualties where 100,000 soldiers lost their lives, both sides, and 400,000 were wounded. Experienced somber battlefields and historic World War I sites where Australian, New Zealand, and Turkish soldiers sacrificed their lives in the theater of war. Learn more about the famous sites like Lone Pine, Anzac Cove, Net Brno Cemetery. Visitors should also visit the Canacal Epic Presentation Center, comprising of 11 gallery rooms in which high-tech multimedia presentation take visitors on a historical journey through the Gallipoli naval and is it maybe in any of the chairs or things? Campaigns. There are a number of museum exhibits as well to view. The site is 350 kilometers away from Istanbul one way, and it is ideally done as an overnight trip. The hotel options are basic, and this trip can be combined with a visit to the historical Troy, a boat trip to view Allied landing beaches from the sea and chance to snorkel around the wreck of Milo, a steamer purposely sunk in World War I to form a breakway for Williams Pier. Okay. All right. Whirling dervishes. Okay, unique Sufi ceremony, mystical concert at the Mevlevi order, confirmed by UNESCO in 2008 AD as one of the masterpieces of the oral and tangible heritage of humanity. Sama is a means of meditating on God through focusing on dancing and melodies. It represents a human being's spiritual ascent through mind and love in the quest to find God and purify the soul. The ceremony commences with Nat Yisr, noble eulogy, which praises the Prophet Muhammad, followed by Neflut, solo post that the whirling dervishes go to places indicated by the head dervish and begin the sama. Circling of Velid depicts the resurrection from dead. The dervish cloak resembles the grave, his hat, the gravestone. Whirling during Sama represents witnessing God in all places and aspects. And the stomping of the feet symbolizes crushing the insatiable desire of the ego. In the presence or in the service that begins after the circling of Veled, the removal of the cloak symbolizes freeing oneself from the worldly affairs. The immediate goal of Sama is to reach Wajad, which is a trance-like state of ecstasy. Sama includes singing of hymns called Qal, and by it playing the instruments like tambourine, bells, and flute. The whirling dervishes who perform the services undergo rigorous spiritual training, physical training. All right, Turkish hammam experience. Cleanse, relax, rejuvenate. We went through this already, right? They've got the different rooms. Men and women go topless in hammams. However, they do wear a dark underwear so it does not become a transparent once it is wet. All right, that's good to know. Make sure you let them know that, okay? But again, they have them separated, okay? All right, cooking, a delicious experience. Along with the French and Chinese cuisines, the Turkish cuisine is considered one of the 3 great cuisines of the world. In this fun learning experience, participants will walk through the traditional market to shop for their cooking needs and then return to the cooking school to don their alla Turca apron, where they will be taught from scratch how to make different recipes from Turkish and Ottoman cuisine. Class is very hands-on, where generally a 5-dish meal is cooked comprising of a soup, 2 vegetarian starters, 1 meat-based main dish, and a dessert. Later, all participants sit down and partake the cooked meal together. Baking class, baklava. Baklava, that's good, right? Baklava is rich dessert, popular internationally. It is a pastry made of layers of phyllo dough filled with dry fruits and sweetened syrup or honey. Learn to make the traditional baklava. Once baklava is cooked, then the participants will be taught how to prepare the syrup that is poured over the baked dish to give it a finishing touch. Syrup, once poured, takes time to cool and seep into each layer of baklava, so the prepared dish will be delivered the next day to the guest's hotel. Learning Ottoman jewelry making. Discover the craftsman in you. Well, most visitors may have brought trinkets, baubles, or jewelry here, but here's a unique opportunity to learn and create a jewelry piece for oneself. Creatively unique, your client will agree. The world's oldest covered market, the Grand Bazaar, is where the participants will head for this experience. The workshop includes a demonstration of the ancient crafted jewelry making and a chance to design and create your own. An experienced master of this craft, since it is passed on from generation to generation to the other, will introduce guests to the tools and objects used during the workshop session. Participants are given the option to choose from 4 different ring types, and once the option is chosen, then the master will brief visitor on how to make it. Sounds kind of fun, right? I'd say that one. Helicopter tour. All right, discover Istanbul, the city that straddles 2 continents by air. 15-minute tour will commence from Yagaza airfield and will fly your guests over iconic landmarks and cultural treasures that shape this unique city during Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman periods. Private helicopter tours at an extra cost can be arranged for same or longer durations, and clients will be weighed before boarding, and trip will be subject to weather conditions. All right, Aviation Museum, known as the Turkish Air Force Museum, is owned and operated by Turkish Air Force. The museum opened in 1985, located in Yeşilköy area of Istanbul. The museum traces the history of Turkish aeronautics from the Ottoman era to the 21st century, with exhibition of warplanes, helicopters, weaponry of the country's Air Force, as well as civilian transport. The museum occupies an area of 65,000 square meters with the open outdoor, indoor areas, various aircrafts belonging to different eras, which have served the Air Force, like F-86 Sabre, Phantom, and Douglas, and all those can be seen. Besides, there are missiles and military ground equipment on display. The indoor area exhibits a history of Turkish Air Force aircraft engines, displays of aircrafts, medals, collections, and uniforms collection. And there is a museum shop too. It is a must visit for aviation buffs, whether their interest lies in military or civilian aircrafts. And the visit to the bazaar, again, built in 1664. It's not complete. You have all this to be able to find there. You have spices and fruit trees, teas, dried fruits, etc. Every color, baklava, olive oil soaps, Turkish coffee, and much more. Visitors will not only carry spices and savories, but memories of their visit to the Spice Bazaar back home. All right, test time. Almost done, guys, almost done. The Battle of Gallipoli was fought between the Romans and Egyptians, the Greeks and the Turks, the Ottoman Empire, and the Allied powers.
I do believe it's Ottoman Empire and Allied powers.
Okay. Which era?
Just because.
Go ahead.
Of I'm just saying because history-wise, that's where it would fall.
Okay. Which era was the Basilica Cistern built? Was it the Greek era, the Ottoman, or the Byzantine?
The Ottoman.
Ottoman. Okay, we'll try that. And in which year was the construction of the Spice Bazaar?
Oh, I just wrote that down, 1664.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we got Ottoman, and 1664. Does everybody agree? Let's try it. 2 out of 3. We got to retake it. So it's just right here.
Yeah.
So which era?
Of the
Byzantine. It's the Byzantine era.
Is it Byzantine era?
Yeah,
okay.
the Byzantine era.
All right, let's try that. Ding, ding, ding. 3 out of 3. Congratulations. All right. Again, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We'll get this done. Get her done, right? If they would move. Come on, come on, come on. Slowly but surely. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Come on. Did anybody's pop up yet?
No.
I did.
There we go.
Yes, mine did.
Thank you. All right. So now we're on marine tourism. All right, so this is the Bosphorus cruises. All right. So the word Bosphorus is derived from the ancient Greek word Bosphorus, narrow strait. Okay, so we read through that already. The cruises, the boats have traversed the waters of Bosphorus for millennia, and visitors to Istanbul can take advantage of enjoying a variety of cruise options that range from a short 1.5 hours to a full day cruise. Cruising is a more scenic, leisurely way of taking the historical sites of Istanbul that dot the European sides. All right, the European and Asian sides. These cruises can be booked on seat-in boat basis and can be a private yacht or large or small groups. The whole boat can be hired. The cruises give visitors the opportunity to enjoy the uniqueness of Istanbul, admire the beauty of the Orient and Occident at the same time as Istanbul straddles two continents, Europe and Asia, both offering a delightful mix of past and present, grand splendor and simple beauty. Marvel at Istanbul's traditional architecture as you sail past prominent monuments and palaces, fine seaside residents, and one of the world's longest modern suspension bridges, Bagassi, linking Asia and Europe. All right, cruising options. Again, you got the regular cruise, 1.5 hours. You've got a cruise with lunch, 3.5 hours. You've got a sunset cruise, 2.5 hours. Dinner cruise, 4 hours. And then the cruise, dinner, and entertainment, 5 hours. All right, definitely you should recommend that. All right, visit the Princess Islands, archipelago, 9 islands in the Sea of Marmara, just off the Asian coast of Istanbul. They take their name from the princes who were exiled after falling out of favor in these islands of Byzantine and Ottoman times. Throughout history, the islands have welcomed aristocracy, exiled politicians, authors, and artists. The Princess Island consists of 4 major and 5 minor islands. The visit to the islands is a full day, starts early in the day with a pickup from the hotel to the pier, from where the boat conducts the visitors to the Princess Islands. Popular amongst visitors in the Bayukada Island, also known as Queen amongst the Islands, away from the hustle and bustle of the Istanbul city, dotted with impressive wooden country mansions, lush vegetations, flowers blooming seasonally, no vehicle or automobiles in sight. It is tranquil, unhurried place where main forms of transport are horse-drawn carriages called phaetons and bicycles that can be rented. Although only a few kilometers from Asian shore in Istanbul, it feels like a world away. Trip offers good photo opportunities while commuting to and from the Istanbul on boat and on the island. Sounds relaxing, right, guys? All right, water sports. Suma Beach near Kilos, an hour away from Istanbul, houses a surfing school for professionals and amateurs both, where these activities can be availed by the visitors. Another test. What is Bosphorus? Narrow strait, right? What's the name of the suspension bridge? Is that the Bagassi? Why are Princess Islands unique? Use are not allowed and use them. I think that's three. What do you guys think?
No vehicles allowed.
You guys agree?
Yep, I think that's right.
All right, let's check it out. Correct. Yay!
Ding, 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 ding.
We're almost done, guys. It's like, oh my gosh. But you're gonna get 2 certificates today. So yay, congratulations. And it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I didn't know anything about this. You know, I knew it was like in Turkey or near Turkey or whatever, but it's always fun to learn something new. Dang.
I'm looking forward to the food.
To the food? All right. Yeah, culture, family-friendly shopping. Where's the food at? All right. Turkey has a distinctive transcontinental location, as it is the only city in the world. How cool is that? Where it straddles Asia and Europe, drawing elements from both sides and has evolved in its own unique blend termed the Turkish culture. Territory that now constitutes the modern Republic of Turkey has been subject to a striking range of influences that has shaped its culture, a veritable mix of Ottoman, Greek, Persian, and Western influences, which has bequeathed a rich legacy in terms of architecture, language, literature, prose, and poetry, fine arts, cuisine, and traditions from the period of before Christ to when Byzantine Christians ruled Constantinople to when it was ruled by the Muslim Ottomans. While the Ottoman Empire was more multicultural, the new Republic of Turkey, established by Kemal Atatürk in the early years of the 20th century post-World War I, was secular and Western-oriented. a trend manifested by the separation of Islam from the state in the reform of Turkish language by the replacement of the traditional Arabic script by the Latin alphabet, in abolition of veil for women and the tradition fez cap wore by the men, to give a few examples. Kemal Ataturk instituted far-reaching political, legal, religious, cultural, social, and economic policy changes to transform the Republic of Turkey into a circular, modern nation state. Turkey today is one of the most westernized majority Muslim nations as a result. All right, architecture. Though throughout its long history, Istanbul has acquired a reputation for being a cultural, ethnic melting pot. As a result, there are significant structures which reflect the many architectural influences, namely Greek, Byzantine, Genesis, Armenian, Seljuk, Persian, Ottoman, and modern Turkish, which have influenced Istanbul and have left their indelible mark in all districts of the city, and it is still evolving. This has resulted in the city having churches, synagogues, mosques, palaces, castles, and towers. Most important, these monuments from a historical and tourism viewpoint will be covered below under the important monuments to visit while in Istanbul by your clients. All right, food. Who's the foodie here? It is counted as amongst the top 3 cuisines of the world besides the French and Chinese cuisines. The origin of Turkish kitchen is from Central Asia, the original homeland of Turks in the ensuing centuries during the migration westward to Asia Minor that encountered a great number of culinary tastes, which they made their own. This culminated in the imperial Ottoman kitchen, formed during their over 500 years of reign over vast swaths of land encompassing the whole of Middle East. North Africa and Balkan nations, which added to its rich culinary heritage. Hence, it is not a homogeneous cuisine, but a cuisine of fusion and refinement. It is said that the grand kitchens of the world resulted from a nurturing environment that preceded an abundance of foodstuffs, long social tradition, and an imperial culinary legacy. All 3 elements possessed by the Turks. Turkish cuisine is mainly based on fresh ingredients and simple cooking methods, where most popular meat-based dishes are manti, kafti, lahmacun, menemen, kebabs like Iskender, Adana, doner, and sis, to name the prominent ones. The rice-based pilav can be vegetarian and non-vegetarian both. There's also a good range of vegetarian favorites like yaprak sarma, dolma, ima bayildi, etc. The meat staple of the cuisine is lamb, although fish, beef, and chicken meats are also widely used, along with pulses, vegetables, olive oil, and seasonings, and condiments like yogurt, sumac, coriander, cinnamon, dill, garlic, onions, parsley, and Aleppo pepper. Desserts consist of a selection of seasonal fruits and traditional sweets like baklava, lokum, halwa, kadayif, mazi, pasta, rice pudding, and Turkish coffee. The language. Okay, so belongs to the Altay branch of the Ural-Altic family, widely spoken across Central Asia. The languages and dialects spoken between Mongolia to Turkey and the countries that lie in the geographical area like Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tatar, Turkmen, and so on can be called Turkic languages. As the language group is closely related, while the term Turkish should refer to language spoken in Turkey. The history of the language as far as Turkey is concerned is divided into 3 parts for better understanding. You have Old Turkish, 7th to 13th century, developed in Anatolia and Balkans in the time of Seleucids and Ottomans, is documented in several literary works prior to 13th century AD, and this falls into the dialects of Oghuz Turkmen language group. You have Mid-Turkish, 13th to 20th century, Turks accepting Islam from 10th century onward. Turkish language in this period was influenced by Arabic and Persian, consequently a mix of 3 different languages. The language was basically Turkish in structure, but with a heavy overlay of Arabic and Persian vocabulary. This is evident from the scientific and literary works of that time, and the intelligentsia and the royal court spoke and wrote Turkish that was reliant on foreign elements, while the public spoke the Turkish as they have been speaking over the past centuries. New Turkish from the 20th century onwards, with the proclamation of the new Republic of Turkey in 1923 AD, the father of the nation, Kemal Atatürk, initiated reforms in major areas, which include the language as well. He had the Latin alphabet adapted to the Turkish vowel system. Further, the formation of Turkish Linguistic Association focused on making use of the authentic Turkish words discovered in linguistic surveys and research, which bore fruitful results. Before 1932 AD, the use of authentic Turkish words in written text was about 40%, while in the last over 6 decades, as a result of these efforts, the figure of authentic Turkish words being used in written text has risen to about 80%, which is proof of the success of Atatürk's language revolution. Whew, all right. Miniturk, all right. Opened in 2003 AD on the northeastern side shore of Golden Horn is a miniature park covering a total of 60,000 square meters. It is one of the world's largest miniature parks featuring models of famous monuments scattered across Turkey and some models from those territories which belonged to the Ottoman Empire but now lie outside Turkey. Out of 122 models, 58 of the structures are from Istanbul, 52 from Anatolia, and 12 models outside Turkey. Miniatures most popular with visitors are the Blue Mosque, the Basilica Cistern, the Stone Houses of Martin, the Hagia Sophia, Mausoleum of Mausoleus, Temple of Artemis, etc. It imparts knowledge and is the same time a great family outing. All right, this is a car museum, private industry museum, opened in 1994 by Rahman Koch, retired owner of Koch, that's right, Business Group. The museum is housed in 2 historical buildings connected to each other, located in Haskoy on the north shore of the Golden Horn in an Ottoman shipyard. Things to know about this museum: it's dedicated to transport industry and communications, full of interesting exhibits from submarines to classic cars to early aviation. It is a great family outing option. Visitors will find vintage calendar steam ferry built in 1911 AD in England, World War II vintage U.S. submarine, self-propelled rail car, La Littoriana, racing cars, sports cars, utility vehicles, Sultan's carriage, old Istanbul tram, Bosphorus passenger ferry boat, 1920 AD vintage rotary dial telephone, Thomas Edison telegraph patent model, and many more interesting exhibits. The museum also hosted notable temporary exhibitions, including Leonardo, the Universal Genius. Toy Museum, okay, opened in, thank you, Gisette, appreciate it. Make sure to follow up and get your certificate. I'm recording this. Opened in 2005, located in Kaldıköy area of the Asian side of Istanbul. It is housed in a historical mansion belonging to the family of the poet and novelist Sone Akin, who is also the founder of the museum. 5 floors of the museum exhibits 4,000 toys and miniatures collected by Sone Akin in Turkey and during his travels abroad to 40 countries over 2 decades. The toys are arranged in sections named in line with themes such as Native American, space, submarine, etc. Besides, many of the toys are antiques which date back to nearly 2,000 years. The time spent at the museum will be a wholesome family outing. You have the aquarium, okay, located in Fiora area, opened in 2011. Half-day visit can be both educational and entertaining for the whole family at the museum or at the aquarium. Member of the World Association of Zoos and Aquariums, WAZA, and holds a leading position amongst worldwide aquariums thanks to its volume, variety of fish species, and activities. Housed in a 2-story building, the aquarium has 64 tanks with 1,800,000 gallons of water in them. Aquarium displays 15,000 sea creatures and over 1,500 species. Everything is neatly categorized where visitors can follow a geographical route that includes 16 themes, a rainforest, which is 1.2 kilometers, navigating from one sea or ocean to the other. Explanations are available via touchscreens in English. 2 5D, I've never even heard of 5D movie theaters where visitors can watch movies at an extra cost with wind, fog, and water effects. Sounds cool. The Aquarius at Istanbul Aquarium work, feed, clean, and continuously check the medical and physical conditions of the creatures so as to provide for and to allow them to live as near as possible to their natural habitat. Sea Life Aquarium opened in 2009, located in the popular Istanbul's largest forum shopping mall, Barapas area on the European side of Istanbul. Sea Life in Turkey's first giant aquarium, home to exciting collection of sea creatures, an ideal edutainment outing for the whole family to experience delight in the learning curve that it imparts and the great fun element of exploring the underwater world for children and adults alike. Delve into the 8,000 square meter underwater world with 83 meters long underwater ocean tunnel and 270 degrees panoramic viewing seabed. The aquarium has 21 themed zones like the Shoal, Black Sea, Deep Mediterranean coastal cliffs, Great Barrier, Indo-Pacific reefs, Ocean Cave, coastal cliffs, touch pool, dangerous and weird Stingray Bay, rainforest, etc. for an instructive visit with the possibility of diving. It has 47 display tanks, more than 15,000 sea creatures, which include stingrays, jellyfish, seahorses, starfish, piranhas, octopuses, giant marine eels, alligators, snapping turtles, sharks, and much more. Encounter one of the world's oldest animals, the green sea turtle in the Turtle Hospital. 15 different species of sharks, total of 61 sharks in the aquarium. Colorful starfish and horseshoe crab have their home in the rock pool. Children can enjoy interactive touch pool experience. The whole family can learn about how to make the ocean a better place through Breed Rescue Project Conservation Program. Jurassic Land is Istanbul. Opened in 2011, located in the famous Forum Shopping Mall. Cool, they have aquarium and Jurassic Park there. Jurassic Land, not only a place to enjoy dinosaurs, also learn about them in the whole new way for the whole family. Things about the Jurassic Land: covers 10,000 square meters, one of the biggest dinosaur theme parks in the world. Interestingly, dinosaur bones were discovered during the construction of the Forum Shopping Mall, which attracted the attention of experts and led to the establishment of this attraction. Designed on the concept of edutainment, the journey of learning starts from the museum where dinosaur bones and eggs from millions of years ago are exhibited. The magnificent extinct dinosaurs come alive at Jurassic Land with moving models of over 70 dinosaurs where these beasts are reanimated in their own natural setting. The exhibition tells the story of dinosaurs, their features, their abilities, as well as their disappearance through interactive displays and skeletons, which are millions of years old. Jurassic Land also boasts a Juracopter, a 4D cinema with 6 effects, a special tool designed to discover the world of dinosaurs. Besides, there's a special cave where children can dig for dinosaur bones, get rewarded. I know, sounds cool, huh? With Explorer Paleontologist certificate. And another interesting part of the Science Center, which has incubation unit. The children can observe, learn, and question about the dinosaurs here. And a souvenir shop and restaurant complete the picture. So again, guys, that's cool. Post that with your certificates. Let people know. Fun for the whole family. So much to do. The Dolphinarium. And located in the Golden Horn area of Istanbul, it is an indoor habitat for dolphins, northern fur seals, walruses, and white beluga whales. Visitors will learn more about these magnificent creatures, their importance in our ecosystem, and be entertained by them during the show. There is also the opportunity to take photographs with the friendly dolphins, also swimming with them. Extra cost, but an enjoyable outing, family outing awaits the visitors. All right, the theme park. Okay, located in Eyüp district in the Golden Horn area of Istanbul, opened in 2013 on an area of as large as 100 soccer fields. It combines a theme park, a shopping center, an exhibition center, one complex covering an area of 600,000 square meters and very popular with children and adults both. And this integrated complex offers great fun day for the whole family. Things to know about. In Istanbul, theme parks is listed as one of the top 10 amusement parks in the world, has been a winner of the European Star Award 2016 from amongst 800 amusement parks. The Istanbul amusement park itself is built on 120,000 square meters of park grounds, has 3 main venues, the game world, the legends world, and the adventure world. There are 24 different rides and attractions to choose from, which cater to all tastes and ages, like Nefeskasin, Turkish to English translates to breathtaking, ranked by CNN as the world's 4th best roller coaster that reaches speeds of 110 kilometers speed in just 3 seconds. Fatia's Dream, the 360-degree King Kong Viking, the Justice Tower, the Crazy River, the Splash Coaster, Dungeon, Dora and Diego, SpongeBob, and Safari Tunnel, to name a few. Visitors can enjoy retail shops at Ottoman and European-styled shopping streets. There is an indoor zoo named Jungle at the shopping complex, where it houses reptiles, water creatures, African animals, where children of all ages can enjoy. Inclusions should be checked at the time of purchase. Since Istanbul theme park is quite popular with overseas visitors and locals alike, it is recommended that the visit ideally should be planned midweek to avoid the weekend crowds. All right, Legoland, featured in the Forum Shopping Center, opened in 2015 in Istanbul. Ideal for children between 3 and 10. The 3,000 square meter attraction includes 4D Lego Cinema, Lego Factory, Miniland, Lego Racers, Lego Fire Academy, Lego Building Area, Duplo Town, Model, Master Builder, and much more for children who have an enjoyable day out in Istanbul. Madame Tussauds, okay, the museum, right? Waxwork Museum. Opened in Istanbul in 2016. The 2,000 square meter venue is set with the Grand Para project in Bayoglu district of Istanbul. Visitors can see 60 historical cultural heroes from the history of Turkey, along with the current celebrities from the world of art, sports, and politics. Attraction is divided into 6 distinct zones, wherein visitors can experience the Ottoman and Republic eras of Turkey, unique to Madame Tussauds Istanbul Wax Museum. Our displays are wax statues of Mustafa, Kemal, Ataturk, Zarkar, Muran, Mazha, Farhat Osman, Rumi, and many others. Like Madonna, Lionel Messi, Steve Jobs, Johnny Depp, Adil Nasid, and Hedaya Turkalak, to name a few. Ooh. All right, another test. And then here's the Turkish paper marbling again. We went through that already. Pretty cool little craft thing that you can do. All right, let's take our test. Almost done, guys. Which theme park in Istanbul won the prestigious European Star Award in 2016? Is it the Sea Life, the Legoland, or the theme park Vialand?
It's a theme park.
Okay, Jurassic Land imparts learning about dinosaurs, right? How many species of sharks are housed in the sea aquarium?
15.
Rami Matak Museum is dedicated to
Transport.
transport.
Yeah.
Yeah, transport.
Thank you. Which magnificent creatures entertain visitors in the Dolphinarium?
Dolphins.
That would be dolphins. Yeah.
All right. Which year did Madame Tussauds open in Istanbul?
2016.
2016, I just wrote that.
Thank you. Miniaturk, largest miniature park, largest theme park, unique museum. It's the miniature
park.
What is Ebru? Is that the jewelry making, the paper making, or the Turkish cooking?
Paper making.
Okay.
Paper marble thing. Job.
Marbling. Okay, everybody got it?
Hold on, ladies. I need some help with something. I'm sit up here and do 2 and 3 things. Hold on 1 second. Dolphins. Hold on.
Hey there, you'll have to check with the cruise lines. Some may offer it, some may not.
Which year was the Madame Tussauds open? I missed that one.
2016. 2016, sorry.
Theme Where's the one for the theme park? I don't
Theme
see
park
that.
was the that was the award that they won. The winner of a European Star 2016.
Is that it? Wait a minute, hold
It
on.
was the theme park.
Which part? Yep, that's it. Thank you so much. I think I got everything. Yep, I got everything. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, let's try it. All right, congratulations, 8 out of 8. And we're almost done here.
Shopping.
Sorry. Website vendor. Okay. Does anybody know offhand on cruises for dialysis? I know you have to check with the cruise line. Does anybody know any cruise line that does allow somebody?
I'm too young, new to know anything like that.
Yeah, I just
I would start. I would start with the special needs at sea, because I know they deal with that type of stuff, and then they would be able to let you know maybe what cruise lines they work with.
Yeah, that's a good
That, and I
There's a
believe Royal
training on
Caribbean
YouTube on
accompanies that.
and they may be able to help you. Okay, thank you. All right. So now here's the Grand Bazaars. We talked about this. Spice Market is described. Okay, so again, one of the oldest, largest markets in 61 covered streets, 20 gates, 4,000 shops. So we know all about that. This is the shopping mall that we talked about. Enclosed 85,000 square meters, 291 stores. The 3 distinct sections. The rotunda is central entertainment space. Lifestyle center has glass roofed indoor retail. Fashion district bazaar includes authentic Turkish food bazaar, traditional market inspired by the Turkish history and architecture. Zorlu Center is located in Besiktas district on the European side of Istanbul. This is a multi-use complex with an upscale shopping center containing 200 stores of major luxury brands, 40 cafes and restaurants. The Raffles Istanbul is also part of this complex. Wow, that's kind of cool, right? All right, Canyon Mall, located in Levent Business District of Istanbul, multi-purpose complex, has over 160 retail stores, shopping brands. The mall has won Cityscape Architectural Review Awards in commercial built category in 2006. The Mall of Istanbul, located in Basakara area, European side of Istanbul, beautifully designed, spacious mall spread over 4 floors, 350 retail stores, shopping major brands, offering electronics, home furniture, hypermarket, children's toys, men and women fashion, gourmet center, selection of cafes and restaurants. The mall also offers a large indoor entertainment center, one of the largest cinema complexes in Turkey. City Nişantaşı, located in the heart of retail shopping in the historic upmarket quarter of Nişantaşı, is Sicily's district on the European side of Istanbul. Close to the famous Taksim area, the mall is described as a lifestyle center, has 150 stores of top local global brands, exclusive restaurants, and cafes. And then Savahir Shopping Entertainment, located in Buhadırkır, Sicily district of Istanbul. One of the largest shopping malls in the world. It is spread over 6 retail floors, 343 shops, 34 fast food restaurants, 14 exclusive restaurants, entertainment facilities, 12 cinemas, along with a private theater, event stage, bowling hall, roller coaster, and playground for children. Dang, have your vacation right there. Akamiraz shopping mall, located in the elite Besiktas area of Istanbul. It is a mix use of development consisting of a shopping mall, office space. It has 4-story shopping area offering 246 stores. Major international luxury brands, has been shopping hotspot of Istanbul since its opening. Forum Istanbul, largest mall in Turkey, located in the Bayrampaşa area of Istanbul. The mall has 275 stores, offered a varied range of national, international brands, plus a host of other facilities like a large food court, restaurants, cinema complex, fun lab, entertainment world, sea life in Istanbul, Turkey's first Legoland Discovery Center. Forum Mall is vibrant shopping destination for the cosmopolitan city of Istanbul. Amar Square Mall, located in Üsküdar on the Asian side of Istanbul. It has been designed as a destination for shopping, entertainment, and gastronomy. The mall has both indoor-outdoor shopping venues, 2,400 seat capacity, multi-story cinema, aquarium, underwater zoo, spectating terraces, more than 100 restaurants and cafes, and the traditional Turkish market fashion center. Palladium, new shopping mall established on the Asian side of Istanbul, a mixed-use development. It offers 190 shops with international Turkish brands offering jewelry, watches, electronics, appliances, computer, digitals, and mobile. Men and women wear children's clothes and shoes, lingerie, swimwear, and sporting goods, restaurants, and cinema with multiple theaters. And last is the Galleria, located in Ataköy suburb of Istanbul. Galleria was the first modern shopping mall to open in Istanbul with 140 stores spread over 2 floors. It hosts upscale Turkish stores, international brands, entertainment center, movie theaters, restaurants, cafes, bowling alley, ice rink, skating rinks, and a supermarket. Other shopping malls of note in Istanbul are Marmara Forum Shopping Center, Aqua, Flora, Axela, Avogado, Carrefour, Metro City, ABM, Profilo Shopping Center, Capital Shopping Center, and Carousel Shopping Center. Okay. Ooh. All right. What is the name of the first shopping mall to open in Istanbul? The first shopping mall.
Galleria.
Galleria. Where is Amar Square shopping mall located in Istanbul? Asian side?
The Asia side of Istanbul.
Thank you. What is the name of the largest shopping mall in Turkey? The Forum.
The Forum.
Okay.
The Forum.
So we have Galleria, the Asian side, and Forum. Dang, when they say it's 45 minutes, it's already been an hour and a half, hasn't it? This is a long one. All right. But we're almost there. We're almost there. 30% more. All right. Bum, bum. All right. Metro is a rapid transit railway network that serves Istanbul. The system consists of 6 lines named M1 to M6, and 3 more planned lines are under construction. It has a total of 82 stations, out of which 54 are on the European side and 28 on the Asian side of Istanbul. 70 stations are under construction as part of the expansion plan of Istanbul Metro to be completed by 2023. Probably already done, right? Hopefully. Istanbul Metro is connected with Marmara and F1 funicular underground systems and T1 modern tram ground system. Historically, the oldest underground urban rail line in Istanbul is the tunnel. In service from 1875 AD, since Ottoman times, it is the world's 2nd oldest underground urban line after the London Underground. The modern metro opened in 1989 AD in Istanbul, and by October 2018 AD, the 2nd phase of the driverless metro went functional with a total capacity of carrying 700,000 commuters per day. By 2023 AD, the Turkish government aims at putting 1,023 kilometers subway network in Istanbul. Istanbul Metro operates daily from 6 a.m. to midnight, and frequencies differ according to high and low traffic hours. You have the tram. During Ottoman Empire period, Istanbul had a large tramway network on both European and Asian side of the city. From horse trams When it commenced operations in 1860 AD, it was converted to an electric tram in 1912 with additional routes. City planners closed the tram services in 1966 AD to better manage the Istanbul traffic. However, in 1992, the tram was reintroduced as a mode of public transport in the city. The tram service currently has 2 lines, T1 and T4, servicing over 400,000 commuters per day. Commuter rail under construction. Network is currently being reconstructed so as to have a single line by means of undersea tunnel through Bosphorus as part of a Marmara project. Wow, that'd be kind of scary going underwater, right? All right, funicular. Istanbul is served by 2 underground funicular railways. The older line tunnel is serviced since maybe 1875. It was modernized in 1971 AD, an electrically powered single track line, and the journey between Karakoy and Tanal Square takes about 1.5 minutes per way. Second modern line opened in 2006 AD connects the Sivas port and the tram stop of Kapadas with the metro station of Taksim Square. Metro bus rapid transit opened in 2007 AD. The busway is about 50 kilometers in length, has about 45 stations. Buses drive on the left-hand side of the bus lane, and the system mainly follows the city's ring road. The bus fleet consists of over 4,000 buses with over 100 double-decker buses. Daily commuters exceed over 700,000 passengers. They have the ferry boats, geographic crossroad of Asia and Europe, divided by the sea lane called Bosphorus Strait, which joins the Black Sea in north and the Marmara Sea in the southwest. Today, Istanbul is served by 3 kinds of ferries: the sea buses, traditional community ferries, vapors, and private motorboats. The vapors have been operating from the Ottoman era since 1837. These white, black, and green boats are considered iconic as part of the city culture. Sea buses is the largest ferry operator and runs only passenger and car passenger ferry services to ports on both sides of the Bosphorus up until the Black Sea and to certain points around the Sea Marmara. Aidu, the operator of sea buses, has a fleet of 28 catamarans and serves 29 terminals. The 2 gondola lift lines between Taksim and Makkah, which connect the Hilton Bosphorus at Parksa Hilton and the Swiss Hotel Bosphorus on the other side. The second line is Yap Gondola, which serves the historic district of Yap and Pierre Lati Hill. All right, taxis can be hailed with the wave of a hand. You should always look for the official taxis with the word taxi printed on both sides. Visitors should also insist on paying the taxi meter for the journey, and they are no longer different rates for day or night journeys. The airports, okay, so we talked about these. Currently, the main airport is the Ataturk Airport, located in Yasakoy, first opened in the military airfield 1912. 1953, it became an airport. 1980, in honor of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, father of the nation, founder of Turkish Republic. It was renamed Istanbul Ataturk International Airport. Besides being the hub of Turkish Airlines, it handled over 67 million passengers in 2018 AD. Total of 273 nonstop destinations are served by this airport. It has 2 passenger terminals, one for domestic flights and the other for international flights. Visitors can commute to and from Ataturk Airport by Istanbul Metro through scheduled bus services to various points in the city and by taxi. New airport to open. Current reports, the new Istanbul Airport is expected to open in April 2019. Commercial operations will be moved from the old Ataturk Airport to the new Istanbul Airport. New Istanbul Airport is located in Anavrakoy, and once fully operational, it will have 90 million passenger capacity per annum and expected to be the biggest airport in the world. Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen International, named after the adopted daughter of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of the modern Turkish Republic. Located in Pendik and opened in 2009 on the Asian side of Istanbul to ease the air traffic load on Atatürk Ana. Additionally, it has cargo terminal, 90,000 tons capacity per year. Passengers currently can commute to and from Sabiha Gökçen Airport through shuttle buses and taxis as M4 metro line is being extended towards the airport, and rail connection via Marmara is also being planned. And then the card, we talked about the contactless boarding card for commuters enables visitors to pay multiple types of public transportation modes available. Card is to be prepaid and is rechargeable, provides discount travel to visitors, can be purchased on all major transit stops at the airport. The card can be bought for a non-refundable fee of $10 fee subject to change, and amount of visitor loading is up to the travel requirements in Istanbul. All right. In what year was the Helsinki airport renamed Turk Airport in honor of the father nation founder of Turkish Republic?
That was 1980.
And what year is the Istanbul tram converted from horse tram to electric tram?
1912.
And what is the per day passenger capacity at the metro? It's 700.
Didn't write that one. It's the one thing I didn't write down.
I think
500.
it's 500.
70,000.
700.
Oh yeah, 7. Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. 80, 12, and 700. Let's see how we did. Yep, 80, 12, and 700. Congratulations. So we have the addresses and monuments, and then we are done. You guys will have your second certificate. And I'll get to go eat.
Thanks, two of us.
All right.
This is the longest and gruelingest.
I know, I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
All right. Here we are. The hotels. Okay. So we did already kind of go through this before, so maybe we may want to just take a picture. You reach the course, okay. Part of TBO at holidays will list the best addresses to stay in. Here are the hotels to lay their heads, okay? So we remember we already did this on the prior one. So if anybody wants to take a screenshot in case we have questions, like the surrogate,
I already did.
1991, etc. Okay. All right. Again, here, I'm not going to read them all, but these are different hotels within the areas. Okay, so you have somebody staying here. Got all these available. Again, don't know how we're going to do the test. Remember this, but
we could open it up and have somebody read the answers.
Thank you.
I got the answers.
Okay, perfect.
If they've already got them, cool.
All right, and then the airport. So let's take this quiz. Oops, why did I? Oh, is that? Never mind. All right, which side of Istanbul is the Radisson Blue Hotel?
Asian.
Was formerly a jail and now a deluxe 5-star.
The Sultan Hamid.
And
I
which area?
don't remember that one.
Yeah, which area is the Divan Istanbul Hotel located?
Paxton.
All right, you guys got that? Asian side. Does everybody have these three? Four Seasons,
yes.
And the taxi.
Yes.
Very good. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's do it. One more, guys. One more. I know, very grueling, right? What the heck? I'm gonna be out of my I won't be able to talk tomorrow for my princess one. I'm gonna be out of my voice. I have to drink some tea. All right, last one. The Hagia Sophia, also called the Church of Holy Wisdom or the Church of Divine Wisdom, and considered to be a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Venerable structure commissioned by Emperor Justinian and was completed in 537. It's the third church of the Holy Wisdom to have been built on the site. Two earlier churches were destroyed in rioting during the Byzantine era. From its construction in 537 until 1453, it served as a Greek Orthodox church, except between 1201 and 1261, when it briefly served as a Roman Catholic church under the Latin Empire. On orders of Mehmet the Conqueror, the building was converted to an imperial mosque on the 29th of May, 1453, and remained so until 1931. Under the orders of Kemal Atatürk, it was secularized and opened as a museum on February 1st, 1935. It remained the world's largest cathedral for almost 1,000 years until Seville Cathedral was completed in 1520. It was designed by Isidore of Miletus, who was a physicist and mathematician, who taught at universities of Alexandria. Constable Arantemius of Charles was renowned mathematician and geometrician as well. Besides being seat of Orthodox Patriarch of Constantinople, it was also the setting of crowning Byzantine emperors. The material used for the construction of the Sophia was sourced from all over Byzantine Empire: large stones from Egypt, yellow stones from Syria, green marble from Thessaly, and the columns were from Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world. It contained 2 floors centered on a giant nave that has massive dome, along with smaller domes towering above. Its dimensions and specifications was completed when were considered formidable and changed the history of architecture at the time. In the area of worship where worshipers sit, it has 40 windows, which allow sunset to
you're at work.
Interiors, and it's known as famous reflecting mystical light. Ottoman sultans added Islamic features in the building, such as prayer niche, mihar, pulpit, minbar, fountain for ablutions. Minarets were added to the exterior, and a library, school, kitchen, mausoleum, and sultan lodge were added over the centuries. Mehmet the Conqueror has 4 minarets added. However, his respect for the interiors ensured that the Christian symbols were merely covered and not removed during the conversion. All right, the palace here, commissioned by Mehmet, that was constructed 1460. Things to know: the palace's splendor covers an area of 700,000 square meters. The palace has 3 main gates: Imperial Gate, the Gate of Salutation, Gate of Facility, 4 consecutive courtyards surrounded by high walls. First courtyard is the largest and the only public courtyard and was used for processions and ceremonies. Traces a workshop of artisans like calligraphies. I think we read through this in the past. Second courtyard, Divine Square, administrative center for the palace. Only visitors and members of the court has access. State affairs led by Grand Vizier, Chief Minister, were discussed in the domed hall, also called the council chamber at the times of Sultan. Listen through the grilled windows from within the ancient tower. Second courtyard was also home to the palace kitchen, which now displays the imperial porcelain collection and external collection exhibits imperial weapons, workshops as gifts from foreign dignitaries, and amassed. Third courtyard housed the audience chamber of the Sultan, where high officials got audience with Sultan under strict protocols. Imperial treasure has a collection of armor worn by Sultan: swords, shields, stirrups, ebony throne, embellished covers, jewels encrusted, daggers, crowns, etc. The library, beautiful example of Ottoman architecture in the 18th century. One of the important items housed here is the manuscript, a rare copy of the Holy Quran from the time of the 3rd Caliph. Dormitory of the royal pages, chamber of sacred relics, house personal belongings here. You have the mosque, miniature portrait gallery, and so on. And then the 4th courtyard was the sanctum sanctorum of the Sultan and the family, consisting pavilions, kiosks, gardens. Visitors can view the circumcision room for the young princess, religious tradition in Islam for cleanliness and purity. The kiosk served as a religious retreat for Sultan and his family. Baghdad kiosk was built to commemorate Sultan Murat's the 5th. Is that it? What's that? I don't know what that means. Victory over Baghdad. All right, and then you have the terrace kiosk, Tower of Head Tudor, oldest building of the 4th courtyard, dates back to the 15th century. Chief physician was responsible for health of Sultan and had his private chamber at the top, while below was a store for medicines. The head tutor was responsible for the education of the princesses. Other notable area is Golan Park, the old Imperial Rose Garden, also open to the public. All right, and then the Blue Mosque, constructed on the order of Saman Ahmad on the site of the palace of the former Byzantine emperors, facing the Sophia and Hippodrome. Site of the symbolic importance, completed 1616, considered to be the last great mosque of the classical period. Things to know: historical areas of Istanbul, situated in the peninsula, surrounded by all those areas. And its heritage, historical areas, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Highlights overwhelming size, majesty, and splendor. 5 main domes, 6 minarets, 8 secondary domes. Facade has a spacious forecourt with turrets on corner domes. Upper levels, interior dominated by blue paint, while 20,000 ceramic tiles on the tulip design adorn on the lower end gallery levels. 250 intricately designed stained glass windows admit natural light, assisted by chandeliers. Colored glass on the windows was a gift of the Signora of Venice to the Sultan. Murad finely carved, made a sculptured marble pulpit from where the mosque gives sermons and on Fridays and on other important occasions was richly decorated. Great tablets of the walls inscribed with the names of the caliphs and verses from the Holy Quran was originally done by the great 17th century calligrapher Syed Kubari. Sultan Ahmad Mosque, besides being a major tourist attraction, is a working mosque, open on all days except at prayer times when it is closed, so the Muslims can offer their prayers. Like any other mosque of the era, this mosque was also built as a complex, which included the theological school, time house, where astronomers made calculations of time for prayer and other important occasions in the Muslim calendar. Soup kitchen for the poor, tomb space for members of royal family, and bazaar shops for upkeep of the mosque. Sultan Ahmad Mosque is also called the Blue Mosque by tourists because of the bluish interior. And then the most famous visitors of the recent history, Sultan Ahmad Mosque has been Pope Benedict the 16th in 2006, U.S. President Barack Obama in 2009, and Pope Francis in 2014. This is the Soleimania Mosque, best known sites of the city, located in the third of the 7 hills in Istanbul, commissioned by Suleiman, the magnificent constructed legendary imperial architect Mimar Sinan. Second largest, certainly one of the grandest, most beautiful mosques in the city. Construction commenced in 1550 and was completed in 1558. Could be a test question. Impressive exterior, forecourt, central fountain, grand courtyard, columns of marble and granite, and is graced by 4 tall minarets. Truly staggering size of Suleiman Mosque is one of the most distinctive features. Central dome stands 194 feet high, 190 feet wide, forming a single vast space. Elegant interior, stained glass windows at the Qibla prayer direction wall is Nektile's calligraphic roundels bearing verses from the Holy Quran, which has been used around the Mihrab. Mosque complex, also including Karavanasari, a soup kitchen to feed the poor, hospital, medical college, 4 madrasas, religious schools, special school for learning, hadith, and a bathhouse. The mosque also has mausoleums of Sultan Suleiman, his wife, his daughter, 2 later sultans. Just outside the mosque walls is a tomb, master architect Mimar Sinan, designed by him before his death. Chora Church, constructed as a medieval Byzantine Greek Orthodox church, and in the 16th century during Ottoman era, it was converted to a mosque, and in 1948, it was made a museum by the Turkish government. The full name of the church was the Church of the Holy Redeemer in the Fields. The church was built in the 4th century AD under the reign of Bayezid II. His grand vizier Atiq Pashar ordered the church to be converted to a mosque, Khania Kamil. The inside of the church is made up of 3 areas: the entrance hall, the main church, and the side chapel. The interior of the building is covered in some of the oldest and finest surviving Byzantine mosaics, frescoes, which will be the interest to the visitors, like Joseph's Dream and the Journey to Bethlehem, Nativity, Birth of Christ, Inquiry of King Herod, Virgin and Angels Praying, Genealogy of Christ, Birth of the Virgin Mary, and many more. All right, little Hagia Sophia, one of the most significant buildings of the early Byzantine period in Istanbul. It is a former Eastern Greek Orthodox church. Things to know. Legend has it that under the reign of the Emperor Justin I, his nephew Justinini was charged and sentenced to death for plotting against the throne, and was saved by the intervention of Saints Sergius and Bacillus. With the emperor in gratitude, Justinian vowed to dedicate a church to these saints. Work commenced in 527 and the church was completed in 536. It is part of a historical area of Istanbul, which falls under the UNESCO World Heritage Site. 60 years under the conquest of Constantinople during Ottoman era under reign of Bayezid II. His chief eunuch Husan Aga in 1513 AD ordered it converted to a mosque. At the time of the portico and madrasa were added to the building. Interestingly, the interior of the mosque has an ancient Greek inscription from Byzantine period praising Justinian and his wife Theodora. The architecture of the building has inspired the Basilica of San Vital in Ravenna and also served as a model for the renowned Ottoman era imperial architect Mimar Sinan, and when it was built in the Rustam Pasha Mosque. All right, Rustam Pasha Mosque. Ottoman mosque built in the name of legendary Grand Vizier Rustam Pasha. Besides holding the high office under the reign of the Suleiman the Magnificent, he was also his son-in-law. Construction of the mosque commenced after his death in 1561 and was completed in 1563. It was designed by the imperial architect Mimar Sinan. The mosque is famous for its lavish use of Islamic tiles in geometric and floral patterns, which over the facade of the porch, minbar, mihrab, and the walls. And then the fortress, built as a golden gate or triumphal arch by Byzantine emperors Theodosius I and II in the 5th century, was originally only twin towers. Post the conquest of Constantinople by the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II, with a view to strengthen and enlarge it into a main military outpost, commissioned the construction of the fortress. Yedikul means Fortress of the Seven Towers. Could be a test question. Built in 1458, the seven-tower complex, created by adding 3 new towers, fully enclosing a section of the ancient walls of Constantinople. In each tower of the Yedikul, precious items like state documents, gold, silver, ingots, coins, armory were stored by the Ottomans. 16th century, when the treasury was shifted to the Topkapi Palace, Yedikul was used as a prison for prestigious captives like ambassadors of the state who would be at war with the Ottomans, political prisoners, and leading Ottoman high-ranking officials. Galata Tower, also known as the Tower of Christ, is a Romanesque-style medieval stone tower constructed by Genoese during an expansion of their settlement in 1348 AD. Very high cone-shaped cylinder that juts out of the city skyline, offering panoramic views of the Golden Horn, Bosphorus Strait, and Istanbul's historic peninsula. The 9-story tower is over 200 feet tall, and it was the tallest structure in Constantinople when it was built. It was actually the apex of fortification that surrounded the Genoese citadel of Galata. The Genoese used the towers for defense purposes, also part of the communication systems at the time. Fires were lit on the top of the tower to send messages at great distances. The Ottoman times first, it was used to detain prisoners of war, and then later, due to the height, it became an observation tower for spotting fires in the city. Hazafran Ahmad Celebre was the first flying Turk or intercontinental aviator using artificial wings for gliding over this tower over the Bosphorus to the slopes of Uxador on the Anatolian side, approximately 6 kilometers away. Later, his brother, Lagari Hassan Celebre, performed the first flight with a rocket in a conical cage filled with gunpowder. In the 19th century, many artists drew the panorama of Istanbul from the Galata Tower. Today, visitors can go up the tower in comfort of elevators, and the Galata Tower has a restaurant and cafe. The Maiden's Tower stands on a small islet off the Asiatic shore at the southern entrance of the Bosphorus. The initial structure, built around 419 BC, was a watchtower to keep watch on enemy fleets. In Byzantine period, emperors Komnenos converted this structure into a fortress, and the tower was variously used as a prison, as a station to collect custom duties from the ships anchoring, and later as a lighthouse as well. During Ottoman era, the Turks restored the structure as a wooden tower for passing ships. The current stone tower was built during the reign of Sultan Ahmet III in 1719. Legends associated. Maiden's Tower is also known as the Leander's Tower, as the Greek legend hero, a priestess of Aphrodite, fell in love with the commoner named Leander, who used to swim across Hellespont every night to meet her, where she would light a lamp at the top of the tower to guide his way. One winter night, Leander lost his way in a stormy sea, and the sea breeze blew out the lamp, resulting in Leander drowning. In grief, Hero flung herself into the sea, where their love story ended tragically. Oh, how sad. The second legend is that the Byzantine princess, who the soothsayers had predicted will die of a snake bite on her 18th birthday, emperor had a tower built away from the land to safeguard his daughter on her 18th birthday. The emperor, delighted that he had been able to thwart the prophecy, gifted his daughter a basket of exotic fruits wherein a venomous ass was hiding, who bit her, and she died in the arms of her father. Hence the tower got the name the Maiden's Tower. The tower has been part of 2 James Bond movies, From Russia with Love and The World Is Not Enough. It also featured the movie Hitman and the games Assassin's Creed Revelations. Oh my God. Okay, last one. Thank God. All right. Was the Dolmabahce Palace, commissioned by the 31st Turkish Sultan Abdülmecid I, as he felt the need for more contemporary, stylish luxury palace like that of the European monarchies, as compared to the medieval Topkapi Palace, where the Turkish sultans had resided for past centuries. Things to know. Okay, Dolma means filled in, and Bashi means garden. So the word Dolmabahce translates to filled in garden. The site of the palace was a bay on the Bosphorus, where Ottoman fleet used to anchor. The area was reclaimed gradually during the 18th, 19th centuries, where the palace was built and stands today. Dolmabahce is the largest palace in Turkey, covers an area of 11.1 acres. Palace designed with a blend of traditional Ottoman architecture with elements from Baroque, Rococo, neoclassical styles, reflecting the European architecture influences on Dolmabahce. The palace has 285 rooms, 68 toilets, 46 halls, 6 Turkish baths. The palace was extensively decorated with gold and crystal. 14 tons of gold was used to gild the ceilings. Ceremonial hall of the palace has the world's largest Bohemian crystal chandelier, weighing, it's right up there, 14 tons of gold to gild the ceilings. The ceremonial hall of the palace has the world's largest crystal, weighing 4.5 tons and 750 lamps. Expensive stones such as the marmara, the onyx marble, the porphyry, the pergamon were also used for decoration. Imperial Carpet Factory produced 131 handmade silk rugs for palace decoration. The Tsar of Russia, Nicholas I, had presented the Sultan with 150 years of old bearskin rugs, which are on display. The palace also features 202 oil paintings done by European Turkish painters of note of time. palace was equipped with all the modern gadgets of the time, like gas lighting, water closets, electricity, central heating, and so on. Now has an elevator installed. The last 6 Ottoman sultans resided in Dolmabahce Palace was 1858 to 1924 until the abolition of the caliphs in Turkey. The founder of the modern Turkish Republic spent his last days at the palace and died in the bedroom in the former arm area of the palace. The extravagance and the huge costs incurred in the building of the palace added greatly to the worsening financial situation of the Ottoman Empire and spread discontent among the general populace. All right, we're done, guys.
Before you hit the quiz thing, you need to know one of the architects.
Okay. Well, here.
Who was the architect of the Suleimaniy Mosque?
All right, right here. Let's go to that. Solomon Mosque. Oh, come on. Oh, is it not going to let me go now? See, I always do this. All right, hold on. That's not, let me go back. Sorry. All right, we'll figure it out.
That's one thing I don't write down is the architects.
Okay. Is anybody able to go back and look at that one?
No.
Oh, I
It's not
just
lighting.
too. Let's put them at the same time. Into the tab.
All right, we'll just try it.
What was the question again?
Who is the architect for the for this one here, the Soleimaniye Mosque? Google's your best friend.
Yeah, let me check that.
What were the answers?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh.
So
all right. Which part?
Oh, good.
I think it's
okay. It's Miramar.
Miramar is the architect?
Yep.
Okay, there's 2 Mimar. There's one for Sinan and one Hayreddin.
It's Sinan. Sinan.
Okay. What part of the Topkapi Palace was known as the Divan Square?
The second.
What is the other name for the Galata Tower?
I'm sorry, what was the second?
The second is the Divan.
The Galata Tower is Tower of Christ.
Courtyard. The second courtyard?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Chora Church, Greek Orthodox, Emperor Baldwin, Roman Temple.
Which one are we on?
Chora Church.
Chora Church.
Oh.
Anybody know what that one is? Is this Sultan Ahmad Mosque?
Oh, the Chora Church was, I'm sorry, Byzantine Greek Orthodox Church.
Thank you.
I did write that one down.
Sultan Ahmad Mosque, is that the blue mosque?
I'm looking, trying to look that one up.
I believe it is.
Yeah, it is the blue mosque.
How much gold was used for the palace for the ceilings?
Yeah, I didn't write that down.
14 tons.
Thank you. The palace was commissioned by
the Abdullah Masjid one. Yeah.
That one. What is the Rustam Pasha Mosque famous for?
The Iznik tiles.
And which palace in Istanbul has the world's largest Bohemian crystal chandelier?
Oh, just that was.
That's the Dolbach.
That's the palace. Yeah, the last palace.
Okay.
Yeah, the Dalbach. Dalbach, is that how you
Right.
pronounce it?
Again, does everybody have all the answers now?
No, I don't. Hold on a second.
Yeah, my questions were different. I passed, but I don't have the questions up anymore. But my questions were way different.
Yeah, I got a couple of different questions. The modern name of Istanbul was
it's
delivered from which word? Deliverance from which word? Delivered from which word? What?
Oh, that's a different question.
What are the options?
Yeah.
What are the options? What are the options?
Symboli and something with a Qustantiy, like IYYA, and then says none of the above. I'm about to pick one.
Symboli was like the first name it was called. I mean, like the very first name. I wrote that down.
Yeah, it says the modern name of Istanbul. Is from which word?
Istanbul is Istanbul.
Oh, like symboli? Is that what you're saying? Like symboli?
Constantinople. Modern day.
Oh, it's Constantinople.
Okay, good. Then that's none of the above. Okay.
I don't know if this is right though, but I just put what
none of the above.
Name of Istanbul.
Yeah, Constantinople.
Okay, yep. The option is none of the above. Okay.
What about here? What about Byzantium?
Let me see. Nope, that's not it either.
Okay.
Nope, none of these words right here. Yep.
No, and it says the modern name of Istanbul is derived from the Greek phrase Stimboli.
Where you see? Oh, okay, Stimboli. All right. Yes, the modern name of Istanbul. Yep. Okay.
Istanbul. Yep.
The next question I have that's not on our list is I can't Chalcedon. The earliest name of Istanbul was founded by.
And then I can get into.
Yeah, it's not there. Yeah, it says the earliest name. Now I know it's not Helen of St. Troy.
No.
King Constantine, Marianera of Aneka, and then King Baldwin are the choices.
What is the question?
It says Chalcedon. The earliest name of Istanbul was founded by. Yep. Oh.
Greek settler, Cape Moda, Byzantine.
Megara.
No, King. No, I got a King Baldwin and I got a King Constantine.
King Visas? No.
Nope. I may have to guess this one. So I know it's not Helen of Troy. I know I don't know. I got two kings here. The earliest name, yes.
What was the thing again?
Hang on, I'll get you the answer in just a minute.
It's I'm sorry, Chalcedon.
Roman Emperor Marcian.
Is that you saying Mark? No.
Marcian.
Marcian.
Do I have that Marcian? No, I do not have that either.
No.
That's
from
weird.
Google.
How about King Nicomedes?
Nope. The only two kings I have is Constantine and King Baldwin.
Okay, but what are the other ones?
Then it's Helen of Troy, and then it's Megia, Megara of Attica.
Megara.
Yep.
Megara.
Emma. That's it.
Yeah,
Where we
that's
at? That's it.
Yeah.
Megara.
All right. Let me know if you got it right.
All right. Hold on a sec.
Anybody else have any other ones? I'm gonna check and see.
I got it right. We got it right. Thank you. 10 out of 10.
Yay.
Yay. That was hard.
All right, 9 out of 9. Very good, guys. You guys are very smart. Thank you for paying attention. You got 2 certificates now. Make sure you post them. Let people know. I would share a lot of those flyer and things to do. The aquariums, the theme parks, the museums, the bazaar, right? The cruise.
A lot of things.
A lot of things to do. Yeah.
Yes, a lot.
So welcome and congratulations, guys. It's been a long one. Tomorrow we're finishing Princess. Let's see how much more we have for Princess. And then we have Atlantis on Saturday. That's a really cool one, guys. You guys should attend that one.
Yeah, I'll be there for Atlantis.
We do record them, so if you guys, miss or whatever, they will be recorded. So this is Thursday.
Oh, the certificates are the same.
Yeah. Did they say the same exact thing?
Yep, same exact thing.
Say expert?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
so no worries.
Yeah.
I just had to go look. I'm like, did I just do that one?
Yeah, thanks guys again. Amazing. Tomorrow we're gonna let's see how much farther we have for Princess. It is a long one.
Yeah,
that's a good my schedule set up. Next Thursday, we'll actually be on the heading on the Margaritaville cruise again. So I'll probably be doing it from the cruise port. So you can check that out. We're going to be doing Arizona. All right. Princess, let's see how much more we have of Princess left. So we have 4 more to get to Captain and curriculum. So 4 more electives for Captain and then 3 and 3. So we probably have 3 more weeks left of Princess. So we have tomorrow, 2, 3. So we should finish Princess this month. So,
Yeah. Princess was torture. Okay. that was torture. I had to hurry up and get out of that one. I know. I'm done, Princess. So yeah, it was torture.
Yep. And that's why we do it together, because it is a tough one. So, yep, we'll be doing probably 3 more weeks of that. Again, we're doing Atlantis on Saturday and Canada on the next Saturday. So thank you guys. Again, congratulations. Just remember, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And if we don't see you at the beaches of the world, we'll see you at the bank. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. I am doing the voucher training today. If you guys want to learn how to use our incentive vouchers, they are available for everybody. So they are... you can come in and use them, see how to use them. They're, nice to have, to be able to incentivize, people to like your page, come to your come to your, your website, get a quote from you, etc. So I'll be posting that flyer here. I don't know. I'll put it.
What time is that one at?
This one's at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
So 5 p.m. Pacific, same number. Okay. So I know I just posted it. I know somebody had asked a question. There it is. So I'll pin this to the top. All right.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Appreciate the help. Talk to you guys soon.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Marnie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Marnie.
Thank you. Appreciate you.